Hi guys, I think we're ready to go. Just my last minute couple of button pushes, just to check everything is a-okay. So I am now getting a bit better at these, so they should be easier and easier. Right, fingers crossed we won't have what we had last time, and that was my, well, I don't know, it wasn't my internet going down, it just all went a bit weird. But right, there we go. Hello. Right, so I've got my painting glasses on today. Much thicker. Well, basically these are like cheap reading ones, but they are much better for things that are a whole lot closer to my face. So they should make things, well, I would say easier to paint, but obviously painting can be a bit tricky. So we shall see. But obviously I'm doing orcs, and I've not done orcs in ages. And well, if you've obviously seen quite a few of my my comments on the community tab on Facebook, sorry, on YouTube, you'll notice that I'm a bit excited, a bit happy, and yeah, I can't wait to start playing Warhammer 40k Kill Team. Yeah, 2 years of this channel, never playing Warhammer. I'm finally going to do it because I found a game within it that I like. So yeah, cool. Well, I'll have a quick little look to see who's on. Hopefully I can read names better as well. Having having these glasses on, these are reading glasses, and they're a stronger strength than my other ones, so all should be good. So yes, let's have a quick look. I've seen a few names there. I don't know if they're still here. Obviously my young daughter was on. So it was a miniature hobbyist, Liv Gunner. She was there for a little bit. Andrew Fishman. Mana was there. I don't know if Mana is still here, or maybe she might come back. Piper. That Utah. Spardin 1982. Great minds think alike. I just did an orc kill team last week. Ah, cool. Well, yeah, I've never done this technique in painting. So it's supposedly meant to be obviously a quick, fast, decent result. And I obviously like the fact that it's fast and decent result. So yeah. Oh, there you go. You just put it's fast and a lot of fun. Cool. JJCC, or he gets, yeah, time for a snack. Yeah, I've just eaten to make sure that I'm good to go. I've got some Pepsi here, so I'll be alright with that. Fear, even. Caveman, huzzah, didn't miss it, no. It was going to start later, because I was meant to be playing D&D. Thursday night's my D&D night. Unfortunately, obviously, this is the only problem about trying to play D&D with obviously quite a few players. It only needs one or two to obviously have something happen and be unable to play, and then obviously it means no one can play. And yeah, it does feel like I haven't played, I don't know, for a good month or so, because I've had a few weddings, a few of us have been a bit ill, and yeah, it's quite difficult. So that's the reason why I'm looking forward to getting into this kill team, playing this game, just because then if the D&D does go down on a Thursday night, and it's not because of me, I can message one of the other guys and say, look, do you want to pop round and have a Warhammer 40k night? So I'm looking forward to that. So yes, I really am looking forward to playing this game. So yeah, yeah, I'm going to sort of crack on. Obviously, guys, any questions related or asked to me, if you can put @miniature hobbyist in your comment, just because it highlights it in yellow. And I should have said, can you hear me? But the fact that I've been talking for a while and no one's put up, I can't hear you, is generally a good indication you can hear me. But yeah, if you're asking me a question, @miniature hobbyist, just so it comes up and I can see it. I am going to look obviously at the comments every now and then, but you will see my concentration face when I'm painting. Hopefully my tongue doesn't come out, but yeah, there will be a bit of concentration. So that buzz is back. Ah, yes, we know what it was last time. I needed to change, where is it? Bear with me 2 seconds. Yes, because we worked out what it was last time, didn't we? It was, oh, what can I scroll a little bit? It's the webcam. Sorry, 2 seconds. Yeah, it's the motor in the webcam trying to focus. I think that's what we determined it was last time. So I needed to turn off the focusing. Yeah, there we go. There's a focus. We'll turn that off. Yes, apologies. I should have remembered. But obviously I'm not going to remember because I've got a bad memory. Yeah, that's what it was last time, wasn't it? It was the actual little motor inside the webcam was trying to focus in and out every now and then. And yeah, that's what that little noise was. So hopefully there should be no more noise. And no more noise throughout the rest of the evening, which is cool. So yeah, obviously I'm going to be painting these orcs up. There are obviously the other, see, I don't even remember what they're called. There's the other people that came in the box set with these. I can't think what they are. I guess I'm going to have to assemble them and paint them. Can't say I'm that bothered. But obviously you need at least 2 teams to play the game. So say initially I'm possibly going to play this with my son. But my neighbour plays D&D. So he might be into this sort of thing. So I've got him to play with. And so the guys that I play D&D with. Some of them may well want to play this. So I definitely want to make at least 2 teams. Although, again, I was watching more videos today on all the other sort of kill teams that are out there. As much as I have got my favourites, there's a fair chance I may end up just buying them all just to have them all. Just because they're all different. Obviously, their gameplay is all different, which I like. So, yeah, it might be nice to sort of try other teams, which will obviously also help when you're playing against another team to know how they work. So you know how to obviously counter whatever they're doing. So, yes. Cabman, painting with your tongue out is how you know you're doing a good job. Yeah, but it might not be so good for you guys to watch me with my tongue drooling out. Clicking defeat for now. Yeah, so that clicking shouldn't come up. Death Corpse of Krieg. That's what the other one is, isn't it? Although their name sounds really cool. But they look a bit like, they're alright, they're nothing special. That's why, guys, I don't know if you looked at the very bottom. I can't really point to it, my fingers are together. I want to make a team up of like judges, like Judge Dredd. So I was having a little look, and obviously you can get the Death Watch kill team are quite chunky Space Marines. But quite a few of them have got like shoulder pads that have got wings and things on it. So I'm looking at getting the Death Watch kill team and some Judge Dredd heads and shoulder bits to do a little bit of a kit bash to make up my own sort of Judge Dredd team. So that's why I've got that little donation thingy down the bottom. Yeah, so if anyone did fancy donating, much appreciated. Anyway, waffling on an island style. Right, so let's have a quick look. Manners here. Hey, you alright? Andrew Fishman, they are all great. You have them all, and the terrain is always. Is that Habdi? I'll just buy the release box. Yeah, I'm looking forward to making the terrain for this. I mean, I know in the past I've made little bits of terrain, but none of it really matched or went with each other. I just made random terrain, really. But yeah, I'm looking forward to making terrain that matches. So I want to do like the inside of a spaceship, like a derelict sort of spaceship. Something I'm going to be doing. There's quite a few ideas, but I like the fact that the board isn't huge. Which means I can make up several boards and lots of pieces and terrain for them. And so one thing I do want to make up is like a little suitcase, kind of like a glorified large chess set. So you have a handle on it, you open it up like a chess set, take all the pieces out, flip it over, and then on the back is where you put all the props, terrain pieces. So yes, I'm looking forward to making that in case I go around someone's house. I can take my box and it's got everything in it I need, which is another reason why I'm really excited about these, purely because it's a faster paced game, obviously less figures in the game, which makes it easier to sort of control and have fun with, and the fact it's on a smaller board size, which really does excite me quite a lot. So look, Fear's making a beholder. Man of the Kriegsmen are so fun. But I had a little look, apparently they are one of the sort of top armies to play with. But yeah, so that's why I want to get all the armies and try them all out. But obviously orcs are always going to be my favourite. So yeah, there's a Necromunda, there's a group that's basically Judge Dredd style judges. Might be able to pick up a sprue of them. Arbites. Ah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a few, but yeah. And Mana is painting alongside the stream. Awesome. Right, so I'm going to sort of start cracking on. Let's get some music in my ear. So the only problem with these though, these are great for reading, but again, anything sort of a couple of feet away starts becoming a little bit blurry. But we shall get by. So again, I am filming this. This will be a video. As you can see so far, I sprayed them all in black and then dry brushed with grey, and then try to do a little bit of a light dry brushing right on the very edges with white. And to be honest, I kind of like how they look now. I kind of think it's like black and white, but I love the effect now. It's like I almost don't want to paint over them. But obviously I kind of want them to be green, so I am obviously gonna paint over. So I'm just clicking a few other things. There we go. Box Fox, no, you're not late. You are perfect. Perfect timing. So I haven't really started painting. I've just done my usual start off with a little bit of waffling, and then we'll do some painting and a bit of waffling, and maybe a bit of painting with my tongue hanging out. We'll see how good I am a painter. So yeah, so obviously primed in black, dry brush grey, very light dry brush white to try and hit all the edges, and then I'm going to be using a combination of obviously Army Painter speed paints as well as Citadel contrast paints. I've given the ones I'm going to be using, or the ones I think I'm going to be using, I have given a good old shake off camera, especially these Citadel ones, because these ones I've not used, I don't know, a good 6 months or more, easy I would have thought, because obviously I started getting loads of paints from Army Painter. So yes, I was using obviously their paints, and obviously I got their speed paints a month or two ago, I can't remember when, so obviously I've been using lots of theirs. So yeah, these contrast paints, they're all sort of like, there's only a third left and they haven't been used for a while, so I've given them a good shake, but yeah, we'll see how they come out, because who knows. And I've still got, I don't know, again, if you've been on my channel for a long time, you'll recognise this. This is one of my earlier things I made with sprues, and it's basically a pot holder so you don't knock the pot over and split it all in your desk. There's another one of my, there's another miniature hobbyist in, and that's Podge Panda. That's my eldest daughter. So if you want to say hello to my eldest daughter, miniature hobbyist, Podge Panda. So yeah, say hi Podge or hi Panda. Box Fox, the waffling is your favourite part. Yeah, the thing is that the waffling is what slows me right down, because I answer a question in rather a long-winded route, or well, I don't know, yeah, just long-winded route, or just go around the houses and then don't even answer the thingy. The paint pot sprue gallows, yeah, it is. So this thing is, well, I don't know, a good year and a half, nearly 2 years old. This thing I made out of sprues, and yeah, if you see the video, you'll see me knocking this about, and it doesn't fall over, which is obviously ideal. So yeah, I'm going to kind of batch paint these, which is great, because that's another reason why I like the idea of this style painting, that it is quick, it is easy, and you get obviously decent results, and obviously it's going to work really well doing a variety or quite a few models with the similar colours, just because obviously I'm going to use one colour, put it on a model, and then get another model, do that colour, then another one. So hopefully by the time I get round all of them, when I get back to the first one, it should dried, and then I can do my next colour. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. CMN Gaming just bought £125 worth of Skaven. My official title now is the King of the Rat. Well, I must admit, I was looking again. That's the only problem with Amazon and obviously Warhammer stuff. You kind of want lots, and I had a little look, and I nearly clicked on a few things. I did have to resist because, well, money's a little bit tight sometimes, but yeah, I can't go and spend hundreds and hundreds. So it was about, is it 60, 70 quid for the starter set? So yeah, obviously we've got to start somewhere. It's an excellent paint pot holder, so it's desperately needed. Yeah, well, this is obviously again before I was doing 3D printing, so there was no 3D printing option. Obviously, have a look online, and there's loads of sort of pot holders with the lid back, you can get as a 3D printer. But obviously this one is, well, it was nice and free and cheap. My gunner boy in the hat is missing the barrel piece at the end of his gun. Okay, which one's the gunner boy? Is it this one? No, it will be that one. Is it him? Is this the gunner boy? So this is the other thing. I may have been doing lots of things with Warhammer figures over the last 2 years. I haven't got a clue what they're called. One thing I know I am going to get is I'm going to get a little drill piece so I can drill out the ends. But I haven't got any small enough drills, so unfortunately they will have to be done post paint. But do I use minis when I play D&D? I do. Although unfortunately the DM that we play with, he doesn't really use. He has cardboard, like flat miniatures. But yeah, we don't really use too many miniatures, which is a shame because I love miniatures. Yes. Do use mini plays here. I like to collect them and have them. Yeah, well, that's why all the Warhammer stuff that I've got, that I've made over the last couple of years, it's just been sitting around and not used. That's him with the 3 holes. Oh, okay. There's a part missing. Oh, is it the? Oh, who's got one? Or did he have it and fall off? Oh, it may have fallen off. Do you mean like the little crosshair, like a circle with crosshairs? Because one of them did have it, and I can't see. Yeah, I think he had it a minute ago. Oh no, it was a sniper one. That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, I know it's a sniper one that's got the crosshair things. I'll have to have a look for it. So I've kept the box full of obviously bits, just because obviously I want to get more bits box. Right, let's have a little go at getting some paint on this dude. Right, just thought I need to film obviously bits of this, so I am going to film that obviously these are now all painted. I'm going to use contrast things. I'm going to show obviously my little pot holder because I'm going to mention that. And then we'll crack on and get some paint on this dude. So I don't know if I'm going to have to use like a couple of coats maybe to get this colour to show through, because obviously these are kind of quite dark, but I don't know, I'd rather build up the colours slowly than just put a load of big block colour on. I'm doing my best to keep my tongue inside my head, because I know I used to draw a lot when I was younger, and I know I used to always have my tongue out when I used to draw. Well, when I say younger, I mean also in my 20s. I remember one of my first girlfriends used to kind of laugh, but she used to laugh and say it was cute that when I used to draw or paint or do anything, my tongue would be sticking out. Right, I hope you guys have seen what I'm painting, because obviously that is the only other tricky things. When I do paint, it is very difficult to video at the same time, just because I move the figure around so much that you may not always be in the shot. Right, I think that'll be enough for that little bit of filming. We'll film some more in a minute. Not quite a crosshair, but actual ends of the barrels. Oh, okay, because that little bit on the end was separate from the gun. I'll have to have another look at the painting, the assembly then. Yeah, because that little funny looking bit was put on to the main gun. Not sure. Right. Can you see? Yeah, not too bad shot. So obviously I've got quite a few different colour greens, because I've actually got a green, where is it? The speed painter green, which obviously it says orc skin on the side. Oh, pardon me. It's quite dark, and I've done quite a few different coloured orcs, and I must admit I do prefer the lighter colour, which is obviously why I'm doing these ones in the light green. Obviously, if I start painting them and then don't like it, then I'll possibly change it. But this is the colour at the moment that I like the idea of. I think more it's kind of like more of a jungle sort of army theme feel to it. So, have you guys had a good day? What's it been like where you are? Because I know here it has been silly hot. If I look at the guy in this pic, you can see what's missing. Oh, I see. Oh, you tried to attach a pic. I'm not sure I can see it because I've got a weird setup. Right, I'm just going to check something. I just realised, obviously, I've got music playing in the video, and I'm just going to check that it's not too loud. Can you even hear it? Yeah, so I've got some obviously background music going. How does that sound? Is it just right? Is it sort of you can hear it but not hear it when I'm talking? Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's distraction. Right, I'm gonna have a quick look, see if I can see this bit that's missing. Right, set the other glasses because. So I've still got everything in the box. Right, yeah, let's have a quick look. What dude was it? It was a dude with the old woolly hat, wasn't it? Where's the dude with the woolly hat? That's the Creeks, what they're called. Or the non-orcs, as I like to refer to anything that isn't an orc. Ah, here's the woolly hat dude. Nope, it doesn't show anything extra on the woolly hat dude. Right, let's move that, and let's move this. Right, so the woolly hat dude. In regards to gun, that's it. And that bit is the bit that's. Ah, no, I put the wrong bit on, haven't I? Or I put it on back to front. Ah, I put it on back to front. Oh well. we live and learn. So I did put it on. You just couldn't see it. Oh well. Yes. So that little bit there is on it. It's just in reverse, which kind of is quite fitting for an orc, really. Because obviously they have to assemble their guns. So yeah, it's quite fitting. He put it on backwards. Maybe he thought it'd be a silencer. If you put it on reverse, there you go. That's my excuse. He's put it on in reverse, and he's made a silencer. So I think he's quite clever, really. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Yeah. Andrew Fishman, been wet and miserable and cold for the past 3 days. Oh wow, it's been stupid hot. Yeah, it's nuts. I mean, it's what? It's 9:15. The air is still warm. It's still warm. And apparently we got it for the rest of the weekend, which is kind of nice, but not. I got a wedding on Sunday. And as much as obviously everyone loves the sun and wants it to be warm, when it's this warm, it's a nightmare. You have to feel for the brides and all the men that are sort of in their suits and all the rest of it. It's just, yeah, it's just too hot. Right, a bit much on that one. good old wet wipe beside, just so I can take off a little bit. Not the coolant, no, that's fine. Cool. Yeah, I kind of like the way the green's drying. Yeah, because obviously it is so dark underneath. I think using a lighter green's nicer. So it definitely shows the contrast of the sort of white and the dark underneath, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so I will drill holes in all the guns. I just don't have a drill bit small enough. Otherwise I would have done it. So that they will be post drilled, or drill post. You know what I mean? Man, I'm not talking much. Putting my tabletop games in a New York. Yeah, I'm just happy people are there, whether you talk or not. Obviously, it's nice when you do talk, because then that's when I talk back, and well, that's when the waffling starts. But I'm kind of know that a lot of people watch me when they're doing other things, which is great, because obviously that's what this hobby is all about, is doing things and watching other people, which is cool. Was so hot being out here. Yeah, I mean, I've not really been out much today because it's just too hot. So I have kind of been in. Well, I've been in. I was doing that Star Wars sort of thing earlier. So yeah, Crazy Dave is back, and I will be making some weird and wonderful vehicles for Crazy Dave, and they'll probably all be scratch bashed. So I've been saving lots and lots of plasticky bits. Tins and lids and all sorts. Yes, I'm kind of liking this so far. But then again, I do just love orcs. So again, apologies if I do sort of move this around, so some of the angles are a bit weird. It is obviously just to make it easier for me to see what I'm doing. Not sure if his shirt is ripped at the back or not. Kind of looks like it might be. Oh, that one's done the whole arm. I thought it was. Ah, the stitches are in his arm, aren't they? I thought he had like some sort of sleeve and the stitches were in the sleeve. But it's not. It's his arm. That's how tough he is. A bit like the old Rocky, isn't he? Being cut, shot, whatever. Gets his little cotton thread out and little needle. Stitches himself up. Yeah, so what I've seen from the response as well, it seems like a lot of you guys seem to be quite happy that I'm doing some Warhammer stuff again. Especially obviously the kill team as well. Seems like a lot of you seem to have liked that sort of thing. So yes, it was only say 2 days ago that I was looking at the videos or watching videos. Basically I started by looking at kill team. Oh, sorry, kill team videos of obviously people playing it. So I was watching that first. Obviously kind of got into watching a few of those sort of games. Then I was watching videos on, well, the gameplay, like how to play. And that seemed nice and interesting. Yes, it was literally only 2 days ago that I thought, oh, I like the idea of that. And then, yeah, I ordered it. When did it come? Was it yesterday it came? Yes, I ordered it midnight. And then it came literally 15 hours later. I know a lot of people have gripes with Amazon for a whole reasons, which I'm not going to get into. For someone like me who doesn't like going out to the shops and wants things the next day, Amazon is, I'd say, it's order something at 12 o'clock midnight, and then 15 hours later there's a knock on your door and it's there. Is just, plus say where I live, I think the nearest hobby shop is at least half hour, 45 minutes. And when I say hobby shop, I mean your sort of like your old boy hobby shop that sells Airfix and model railways. So yeah, so none of this sort of tabletop gaming stuff. And the nearest Warhammer to me is at least an hour. So yeah, I really don't fancy obviously driving for an hour, paying petrol, parking, all that sort of stuff. Especially when I can order it and it just turns up. Right, I haven't read comments. Let's have a little read of comments. Just because, again, say if you are asking me a question, if you can put @miniature hobbyist in the comments, just because it highlights it in yellow. Otherwise, because then I notice it out the corner of my eye. Otherwise, I say when I'm painting, there probably is more concentration on my face than when I'm doing any kind of build. Just because obviously I want it to look good. Open 21, just got home from work. Did I miss anything? No, you haven't missed much. Say I've only been going for what, half hour, if that, and obviously started off with a good bit of waffling for 15 minutes. Mr. Navidad, I went to a June wedding 5 years ago here in Vegas. It was hot. In a suit, took it off. I got married in Vegas. I need to go there for an unmarrying service. That's what I keep telling my ex. We need to go to Vegas with a bit like loads of friends and have an unmarrying service, just as an excuse to go back to Vegas. Yeah, there's quite a lot of chat. Again, yeah, if you want to ask me a question, if you put @miniature hobbyist, just because otherwise, well, I won't get much done, and I really want to get these painted. Only because, well, two reasons really. Obviously, I want to get them painted because I think they're gorgeous figures, and two, because I have to then obviously make those other people, the non-orcs, I've got to get them assembled, painted, and ready to have a game with. Because I've shown my son this, he seems excited about it. I've just mentioned it to a couple of the D&D people that I play with, and they'd be up for playing this when the D&D doesn't go ahead. So yeah, I really want to get this made and or painted, and all the other bits that come with it. And I say I really want to make obviously my own terrain. Right, I was going to film the fact that I've done one and then start the next. Right, let's just pretend to put a little bit of paint. Not really pretending, because his chest could do a little bit more. And then we show that that one goes to the side. The one who has mistakenly put his put a silencer on his gun, he can come forward and get some paint. Oh, my tongue nearly went out there, and I could feel it moving. Well, I don't think my tongue goes out when I'm painting, but obviously there's no one really around to tell me. Yeah, I'm liking this green as well. The green looks good. I was happy with the green. Good old orcs. So many different colours of green. Well, I've seen some blue orcs. They look pretty cool too. That'll do for the painting. For the videoing bit. A little bit more on his face if I can, although his face is quite dark. I think obviously I didn't really get the brush in there when I was doing the dry brushing. Let's take a bit of that one. I think that's it. He doesn't really show his muscles off, this dude. He's quite on his neck. Oven 21, or oven, sorry, I keep saying oven, sorry, apologies. Oh, it's flipped off. Nothing else. It's already so great to see a new generation of hobbyists getting into something. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It is, yeah. So I just love the gameplay. The gameplay seems so much faster, nicer, more enjoyable. And I say the fact that it only uses a small playing area, so for me that's quite a big thing. It's having a small play area. More so that say I can make a case that opens up, and that is the play area. So I'm looking forward to working on that. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to do some kit bashing as well with these. So I really want to make like a Judge Dredd or Judge's team. Be pretty cool. Fear, I live 20 minutes away from a GW shop, but it's really expensive. I will empty all my paper round mages on Necrons. Well, I must admit, it's probably good that there isn't a shop nearby, because otherwise I would be going there and just licking the window, just looking at all the stuff. I mean, it's bad enough when I go on Amazon and start looking. Yeah, let alone there's actually a shop there that I could go in and physically see the miniatures, and obviously see them painted by obviously the experts. Because when I used to play D&D back in, well, say, the early 80s, I used to live in Hounslow. I think the nearest place to me was Kingston, and there's a couple of hobby shops in Kingston. One was a very small one which had a bit of all sorts, but mostly D&D, and then there was a Games Workshop, well, it's obviously probably still a Games Workshop in Kingston, and that's where I used to go. And obviously you see the people playing the game, but you'd see obviously loads of miniatures that were painted, and obviously they were painted by like experts. But yeah, so just go there sometime, just look at the miniatures. They're pretty amazing. Yeah, these are lovely, muscly guys. Foxprod S tablet. Actually, he's not. He's very clever. He's put it on backwards, so it's a silencer. So I'm guessing you're talking about this dude here. But if you look, he has got the nozzle on the end. It's in reverse. He's one very clever orc to have made a silencer. Believe me? Well, I can see me getting that quite a few times. So maybe, I don't know, let's hide him at the back. Because there's only so many times that joke's going to be funny, and then you're all going to get bored, be like, oh no, here he goes again. He's saying that same joke again. Yeah, so that's the reason why I thought I'd put some background music on this one, just because I say, because when I'm concentrating, I can see me doing less talking. So I thought it would be nicer to have a bit of a sound there, rather than to go definitely quiet. Yeah, so obviously the orc with a silencer, obviously he hasn't tried it yet, so I reckon it's going to be one of those one-time use things where it won't be a silencer, it'll be more of a distraction when he shoots and it just blows up. Yeah, apologies again, obviously filming and painting. If you think it's best if I pull the camera back out, so obviously I've zoomed in quite close. If you think it's best if I zoom the camera out so you see more, but it's smaller, let me know. Just because I say I do have to move the orc upside down all around to get the angle to be able to paint him. Which sometimes means when I'm painting, he may disappear off the bottom or the top of the screen. So I'm trying to keep him in an area where I kind of know where he's going to be seen, but sometimes it is a bit difficult. If we can try and do any chat in English, mainly because obviously that's the kind of chat we can all understand, that'd be much appreciated. So Warhammer Enjoyer, glad you love Warhammer, because obviously everyone here loves Warhammer, but if there's any way you can, I don't know, go and do Google Translate first and then put your comment in English, that would be wonderful, because then we'll be able to respond. It's great we still see the detail when it's brought back. Yeah, and again, the other apologies, I can try and move my light. The only problem with moving my light is it kind of shines on my head, and you're going to see a lot of glare off my head. And it's quite hot. If you silence your shooter, you get to shoot more lads before they notice you. Exactly. That's what he was thinking. He was in the bath one day and it just came to him. Put the nozzle on backwards. It'll silence it, and yeah, they won't even know you're there. I think that's all the green for him as well. So obviously it's pretty much mostly just head, face, and then hands and sometimes arms. But yeah, cool. And the next one. Oh, I can't see if I can see any of his face in there. Some sort of weird mask going on, I think. Also, there's one thing, again, because I've not bought any Warhammer sets for ages, I kind of forgot how much I liked them and why I liked them. And obviously for these guys, I loved it because each one had two options of what you could do. I just love that customization, that you can just have a choice, which is really good. And the fact, obviously, when you have the choice, it then means you've got duplicates or bits left over, and everyone loves a bits box. So yeah, I kind of forgot just how enjoyable it was to assemble GW stuff. GW has a long time to try and figure out what makes a good model kit, but they still couldn't get it so the numbers are near each other. I mean, that's the one thing that did make me laugh, and the fact that another thing that I forgot about their models, because there was a few bits where some of the bits for one model were on different sprues, so it wasn't even like it wasn't next to the thing, it wasn't even on the same sprue. Oh, pardon me. But again, I think that kind of makes it part of the hobby, is trying to locate the parts. Well, that's how I saw it in the end. It was one of the things, you rather get angry with it, or you go along and you enjoy it. You enjoy the fact that you don't quite know where the bits are, because they're not next to each other. As in, part 58 isn't next to part 59. Part 58 is somewhere between 106 and 8. So I'm pleased these contrast paints are still working, because honestly these hadn't been used for at least 6 months. Gave them a right good shaking obviously before starting the stream, but yeah, they seem to be going on okay, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I think I kind of need another light behind me shining this way, just so it lights up the figure more for you guys. So that's something I'm probably going to look into doing, because I want to do more kit bashing, because I love the kit bashing. I do enjoy painting figures now. So if there's anyone here that was here for at least the first 6 months of this channel, which is obviously 2 years ago, I used to hate painting. And every time I was painting, I used to say, I'm hating this, I'm hating this. So everyone knew how much I hated painting. I love painting now. So yeah, so there's more chance of me doing more live streams of me painting, because I do enjoy it. So definitely having a light source kind of like behind my shoulder, or even just a little ring light around the webcam, just to light him up really nicely, because then you guys obviously get to see it a lot better, which is obviously nicer. I love the Zenithal highlight. This isn't Zenithal highlighting. How dare you say it's Zenithal? This is Slap Chop? What's it called? I don't even know what my what's the title of this video called? Is it Slap Chop? Yeah, it's Slap Chop. Yeah, so is it Gruff Heart? It's you prime it black, but then you dry brush all over with a grey, and then go over doing a very light dry brush with white to try and catch the edges. So it's kind of like the Zenithal, but it's not. But it's kind of. It's not. But it's Slap Chap. Have I mentioned I've got a memory like a sieve? Right. I love the muscles on these guys as well. I would say it reminded me when I was in my 20s. I had muscles, but not quite this size. I wasn't green either. Cabman, I said that I had a long time to figure it out, not that they had. It's probably because a lot of these sets are pretty old. As in, I think the sprues for this one, did they say 2016? So you kind of understand that there's no way they're going to redo the sprues for something that obviously still works, because obviously the amount of money involved in doing that would just be nuts. They'd rather just have people complain or moan about the pieces not being next to each other. So again, I am obviously what I'm doing. I am filming for a video. Obviously, I started filming did the unboxing video, very short video. So this video for these guys literally was me starting to assemble the figures, as in cutting them off the sprue. So there is obviously a short bit, because obviously I've got some sprues, which is awesome because I kind of run out. So for the Warhammer figure that I'm making, that Thunderhawk, I kind of had to stop doing anything because I literally, I had no sprues left. So the sprues from these guys is already turned into sprue goo. So yeah, so these guys were assembled yesterday or last night. So yeah, the sprues from them was put in some acetone, turned into sprue goo, and then tomorrow I'll make some more panels for the Thunderhawk, just because I had I'd run out. So I've got quite a few boxes of sprues and bits coming to me, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, guys, if any of you guys have any boxes of sprues, or if you have any like bits boxes, or you have sprues with bits still on because you've got no room for more bits boxes, by all means, I would love to have sprues with bits on. Or if you've got like an abundance of bits, a bits box, and you want to send a bits box to me. Sorry, I'm trying to get around saying the right word here. I'm saying it correctly in English. But yeah, if you've got any bits that you don't need, by all means send them to me, because I'm definitely going to be doing quite a lot of kit bashing. So the first one I'm doing is definitely going to be a bunch of judges. I think the air is finally getting cooler outside, because for the first time today I can feel cool air coming in over my shoulder, which is rather nice. Right, I think that's this guy kind of done. Oh no, I've just seen some little fingers. I've not done. Yeah, liking this green. The muscles are probably still there, just hidden, like a waiting ninja. Possibly. Well, yeah, the muscles are there. They're just hiding underneath. They're hiding underneath an inch of protection. I'm going to give this a bit of a shake because it's nicer and easier for me to actually get the paint from the lid, which when I shake it, some of it stays up in there. Dion Moonheart, first time in a live stream. Love your work, very clever. Thank you so much. That's very nice of you to say so. Well, I hope you enjoy the stream. Let's just give my brush a clean. So that's the only problem. Being it's so warm, the brushes are drying up, which is kind of the other reason why, rather than taking the paint out of this and putting it in the palette and then obviously using the palette to paint with, it just dries up so quick. So it seems better in the pot, although it might dry up in the pot. I don't know. Either way, I prefer painting with it in the pot. Start with the old necks is always a good option because they all have their necks on show. Well, so far I do like this slap chop style, doing the old black and then grey dry brushing and white dry brushing. So have any of you guys done the old slap chop painting method? Again, I only saw this about a week ago. Obviously I liked it because it's obviously fast, quick, simple and good results really. And obviously it definitely seems to work well for doing like a bit of batch painting. Because say by the time, well, I could probably go, they're probably dry already then, first few I've done. I don't think any of his faces seems like it's all some sort of metal face thing. Yeah, he's done. You can go over there. Let's get someone else. Scrunge Crimes, cool name. I've tried, my dry brushing looks way dustier than yours. Dustier? Is that not a good effect though, making it dusty? Yeah, I mean, because these literally were. If anything, I kind of dry brushed these several times because I dry brushed them. I thought, oh, that looks nice, but then as it dried, the grey and the white both seemed to almost dry away. If that makes sense. So when I first did it, they almost went back to being like almost black with a hint of another colour. So I actually then went on and did quite a heavy dry brush. Again, I don't know if it's because it's been so hot here that the paint's just dried and evaporated. I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, I like how these look. I mean, let's get the light on him a bit better. That's too bright now, I think. Yeah, so I really like how these look, and I could almost use them or play with them as though they're black and white. Because as I say, I just like the contrast in them. Having the highlights and the shadows already there, just from a simple bit of dry brushing. So yeah, I was kind of pleased with just how they look even before putting paint on, which is pretty cool. And I say, yeah, using obviously it's the speed paints I've been using for the last sort of 6 months or so. But the contrast paints, because I've had them for so long, that's why. Because actually, is it Camo Cloak? No, not that one. Yeah, so this Citadel one, the Plague Bearers one, is identical to this Malignant Green one. Because I haven't actually used this one yet, I thought I may as well use one up that I've been using or had been using for some time. Just because I'm probably not going to ever buy the contrast paints again, just because they're so expensive. Then again, saying that, all paints are pretty expensive, aren't they, really? Did I miss something else? Dark Souls still do the paint by number method with the 30 plus paints I've got. Yeah, I keep changing how I paint. Obviously my go-to before was paint everything white, do the speed paints, then sometimes do a wash over that, which is nuts. Then try and do some highlights, and in the end I kind of overcomplicated it by not knowing what I was doing. So whatever I did, I then went on and did something else, and then it just got to a stage where you have to sort of think, no, stop. It's not getting any better, stop. But say already so far, I love how the green looks so far on these dudes. Yeah, I think so if this does work out, then this is going to be awesome, because obviously it literally is just paint black, dry brush grey, very light dry brush white on the very edges of everything, and then speed paints. I mean, there are going to be some areas where I'm possibly going to have to do like a little bit of highlighting, touching up. Well, there may be. I'm not sure, because obviously it's the first time I've done this, so we will see. Other than 21, do I have any tips on working on dry brush control for painting? Not really, because I'm kind of new to the dry brushing. Well, this technique, this is obviously the first time I'm doing this technique. So yeah, I'm probably the last person to get tips off. But say, I know when I did this, I dry brushed at least 3 times. There's definitely 2 lots of grey, and in some places there was 2 lots of white. Just to say, I don't know if it's the heat or what, but the paint just almost evaporated. Well, I was saying that I actually used this. Well, it says, oh, it's airbrush colour. Yeah, so this white was very watery. So that might be why it evaporated really quick. So I did a couple of coats of that. But yeah, I mean, it's just getting it to a stage where you like it. And I say I like the look of them as they are like this. But yeah, so I can't really give tips because it's difficult. Mana, do we have a way to join Discord? We do. It's probably not in the link in this video, is it? I need to dig it out because the link I had expired. I will have a look. Yeah, apologies. I will try and get the link. I have to get a new link for Discord because I know the link I did have expired, but you can get a link that doesn't expire apparently. Yeah, makeup brushes. That's what I use. Yeah, so this is what I was using. Obviously, I think it's a set of about 12 brushes. These are the small ones. The big ones are like chunky sized ones. 12 brushes. I want to say £8, £8.99. So yeah, it's cheap as chips. Didn't cost much at all. I'm sure it's 12 brushes. Or was it £12 for 9? One of the two. £12 for 9 or £9 for 12. Yeah, I've got bad memory. But yeah, that's what I used, and they work really well. Yeah, sorry man, I can't say. I would try and do it now, but I'm panicked. It'll take me ages. Although if there's anyone on here that is, or is it just mods that can do it? Oh, I think it might just be mods that can do the link. I'm not sure. Just checking if I scroll all the way down. Yes, cool. Yeah, well, so I love the detail on these guys. I think they're awesome. And so the fact that every one of these figures had a couple of options for how you put them together. So they all had an extra head and arm pieces, which is great. Loads of stuff straight away for the old bits box. So who out there plays Kill Team? Well, more importantly, who out there plays Kill Team and lives near me in Hampshire? So I think I'm probably going to play first against my son, just because obviously then we can both be going through the rules and learning together. So I'm sure he will love this sort of thing. Obviously he will have to play with the other team, the non-orcs. I love him, but I'm still playing orcs. Oh, so what's Dark Soul? Ignore me, that works. If that was to me, apologies if I did, oh pardon me, ignore something. Again, it's not me ignoring, it's me, well, concentrating for once. Yeah, I think building things is so much easier than painting. Well, as in easier, as in you don't need to concentrate quite as much. Especially obviously when you're painting, because it's fiddly little areas. You don't want to go over the lines. So yeah, a bit more concentration involved, I guess. Again, I need to try and keep thinking where the camera is and what bits you can see when I'm flipping him over. So I've got a little orange dot on my desk, so I know when I stand him on the orange dot, he's in focus. So I've got it set focus, so obviously it doesn't go in and out. But it does mean then that when I move him, sometimes he can go like that. As much as I can see him to paint him, obviously on your screen he's disappeared. It's like, peekaboo, I'm here. SS just joined. What's the skin paint? Love the brown olive look of it. It's contrast Citadel paint. It's the Plague Bearer green, is it? Plague Bearer flesh colour. Yeah, because obviously I have got obviously because both the Citadel one and where's the old speed paint? Yeah, speed paint one. Both quite dark. Especially the Citadel one is like super dark. The speed paint one reasonably dark. Yeah, I kind of prefer a lighter skin orc rather than dark ones. As I say, I have seen some blue ones. They look pretty cool. But obviously, I do like my green skins being green, really. Dorian, is that Blois or yeah, Blois? That's a wild. Oh, okay. You talk about yeah, just the general price of things, I guess. Yeah, October. I didn't do anything the last year because obviously I wasn't really doing much with them. But yeah, this October I will definitely be doing plenty. So yeah, especially now, obviously Crazy Dave is back. Obviously a whole new Crazy Dave because I lost the last Crazy Dave. Well, you never know, he might turn up somewhere because I've still got a few boxes and things that I've not opened. But yeah, Crazy Dave will be coming back. Well, the first video will be tomorrow, and that's of him in the X-Wing that I've done. But I will be scratch bashing some vehicles for him. And I think the idea I like so far is a camper van tank, which kind of makes sense because obviously he needs to live somewhere. So yeah, I might make a VW tank. Could be quite fun. So that'll be scratch bashed pretty much, I would have thought. Might be kit bashed. Well, I haven't really got much in the way of sort of like kits for Warhammer. But it's the usual thing. As I say, at the moment I think I've got about 5 projects on the go. So I kind of need to stick with one and get it done, really. Problem is though, I really want to make a battle map up for these guys. But I really like the idea of saying doing the inside of a spaceship. Yeah, I just love the idea of the inside of a spaceship. Something like Alien. Definitely like a derelict spaceship. So it's seen better days, holes here and there, like the old bullet holes, laser holes and all that kind of stuff. So I may well do that. So again, because it would fit on, it will fit on my desk just right. As in, the space of my desk is it 30 inches by 20 or 22? But yeah, 22 I think. That's basically the size of my desk, so it will fit on here just nice. So yeah, so that's why I can't wait to start making some boards. Because I might have some like relatively plain boards that you obviously add terrain pieces and all that to it, and then I might actually make up some boards that are as they are, or make some up, but so you can still move the terrain a little bit, perhaps. Not sure. Chris Spencer, good evening. Good evening to you, sir. Hope you're well. Hope you've had a good day. It hasn't been too hot. I know it's been crazy here. And there's more heat to come. If you haven't already, guys, if you can hit the thumbs up button, that would be much appreciated. Yeah, obviously helps me out a little bit. Man, sorry, I think it was being ignored by accident. Dark Soul was trying to get the Discord link. Ah, okie dokie. Well, yeah, give me 2 seconds. Let's find it, because yeah, If you can bear with me just for 2 seconds, chat amongst yourselves. Let's see how quick I can find it. So when it comes to Discord, I'm now using it, but I'm not the best at doing things on it, if that makes sense. Right, so whereabouts do I get the link? That's the big question. User settings, don't think something there. Invite people, that seems good. Send a server invite link. Okay. The link expires as edit link. Maximum users. Never expire, that's what we want. Generate new link. Copy link. Right, here we go. That didn't seem too bad. Let's see, will this work? Paste. And send. There we go. Try that link, guys. Oh, let's go back to the other glasses because they're a whole lot better at reading the screen. Yeah, click on that link. That should be the link for Discord. If not, it might be my bank details. I'm not sure. Chris, it's spoiling. Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it? Yeah, Mega Spaceship Nostromo is a great. Yeah, because I've got 2 favourite things. Well, loads of favourite things, I guess. Obviously, say Judge Dredd. I love that kind of look, sort of the space sort of look. I love the word that I always can never say. Post-apocalyptic. End of the world. I like the end of the world stuff. I like zombies and all that kind of stuff. I like the world in turmoil. Mad Max, there we go. I like that sort of style. So that's why I like spaceships that have just sort of like wandered in space for thousands of years, taken over, whatever. And I like end of the world sort of stuff and sort of sci-fi stuff. So that's the kind of boards that I'm probably going to be making up more than anything. Would be along those lines, just because that's, you make what you like, and that's what I love. Yeah, so someone tries that link. I know what, I need to put it on the let's put it on the main page as well. Let's go there. Right, I'm just going to type it in the description. Right, yes, so it should be in the description link now. So if someone can try it that's not a member of Discord and see if it works, that would be awesome. Yeah, Dorian, I really want to do a full table. Say it's funny, if you were one of my live streams a few days ago, I think I mentioned that sometimes I get a bit carried away with a certain thing, and then that's all I do for a little while. And obviously that's why I got carried away with D&D, and that's why I was doing D&D for a while. Prior to that I got carried away with doing sprue builds, and I did loads of sprue builds and the Tau Manta. I can see me now getting carried away with kill teams and making terrain, scatter terrain, kit bashing, teams, and yeah, just going nuts on this. So I can kind of see me doing, even though again in my my live stream I did mention that I need to try and do it so that every month I do a bit of D&D, a bit of Games Workshop, Warhammer, a bit of scratch bashing, kit bashing, a bit of everything. But I did also say I know what I'm like, and I know I get really keen and I get excited on something, and I just do loads of that. So yeah, and the fact that, say, my son will play this, so that's another big thing for me, is getting something that I know my son will play, So obviously normally I'm playing Xbox with him, so I play a lot of Minecraft, Roblox, and them sort of stuff, which I don't mind because I enjoy all kind of games. But he was excited about this as well. He liked the idea of playing with this, and obviously you're playing with figures. You're rolling dice and you got the terrain. So yes, I like the idea of this, that me and him can play that's not on a screen, basically. Chris, I agree. The end of the world stuff is a great style, industrial mixed with nature, grown around. Yeah, definitely. Man has got on all good. Posted in introduction. Awesome, cool. We're good to see you there. So with the Discord guys, there's I don't know, it's about 250, 260. There's a lot of people on there. I've not been on there as much as I should be because I kind of got overwhelmed by how well it was going and how much was going on. So there's a little section on there, or one of the is it channels? Is that what they're called, channels? So there's a channel where it says MH lives here. That's where I go, because honestly there's so much going on, which is awesome, but I just get overwhelmed by so much going on. So I just go to the one bit. So if you want to ask me a question or show me something or whatever, there's a channel called MH lives here, and that's me. That's where I go. Right, let's just check everything's okay. Yeah, so I want to try and move the light, but that doesn't matter if it cuts me off. It looks better on for you guys. Yeah, I can hide behind the light. So, I think that's looking better, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, he's off his orange spot. There we go, back on the orange spot. He's he's lit up better. Yeah, so I'm going to get like a little ring light, I think, to go on my other little webcam. Just because I do fancy doing a lot more live streams of painting. Now that I enjoy painting. And I say this is definitely. Oh, so the brush has dried. That's how warm it still is. The brush has dried solid. That's that Cavman. Playing creative games with the kids Minecraft is always good. Yes, I don't mind Minecraft because like I say, it's a good one for the kids. Obviously the building skills, the fact you create things by merging certain things together. Yes, I think Minecraft is quite a good thing for the kids. And so I don't mind playing it with them either. So I'll play some Roblox games, but there's a lot on there that I just won't play. I say, my kids have played D&D. I mean, they loved it, but it's me. We need to carry on because we actually started a campaign that I made. So obviously, I made loads of sets. So we started one, but we never finished it. But that's how we good thing about this game is obviously there's a lot less to set up. So it's a lot easier to start. Whereas obviously with D&D, the fact that obviously I've got to make the campaign and then track them when they're going through areas, they obviously go off campaign. So you need to be prepared for that. Whereas obviously these kind of skirmishes are a whole lot easier. I did just see someone ask if I like what's it called? Stranger Things. Yes, I love Stranger Things. Yeah, I've seen all of them. Love it. Oven 21. You got to head out. You have a good evening, buddy, or afternoon, or well, whatever it is we are. Can we see more videos about the new orcs and those weird non-orc guys? Yeah, I don't know what the other guys are, but I think they're just called non-orcs. But yeah, you have a good evening, buddy. Yeah, I love Judge Dredd. I think he's awesome. Obviously, Stallone ruined the first Dredd movie. I mean, who took his helmet off? What's that all about? Well, he never really had his helmet on, I don't think, did he? He never takes his helmet off. So yes, that second Judge Dredd film was really good. Really like that. Yeah, ultimately, I'm loving the green. It's going over the dry brushing. Yeah, cool. Man, have I played D&D Curse of Strahd or Ticket to Ride? No, the one that I'm in is Mad Mage. I can't think what it's called. ABC Warriors. Yeah, I love them. Yeah, again, so that's the problem with the D&D. I was meant to play tonight. Unfortunately, we didn't play. I don't think I played in the campaign with the guys for about 4 weeks. I think, funny if I was chatting with someone else, I think we've almost had missed sessions, the same amount of missed sessions as actual played sessions. So that's the only problem with getting 5 people together, as in 5 adults, all got busy lives. All, well, my life's not that busy, busy as I want it to be. So yeah, so sometimes it is difficult to get everyone together. So that's why another reason why I'm getting excited about this. So once I have got all this completed, if there is an evening where the D&D gets cancelled last minute, and it's not because of me, then I can sort of say to one of the other guys, do you want to come over and we'll play Warhammer. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. Yeah, love D&D, but it is kind of like quite a commitment to get 5 people, or 5 adults in a room together. Apologies if I've missed any chat. Apologies, guys. I say I am probably concentrating more than I do normally in live streams, just because obviously I need to concentrate so I don't go outside the lines. So yeah, if you're asking me a question, if you can put @miniaturehobbyist in your comment, just because it highlights it on my screen then, and then I know it's me that needs to answer, as opposed to you guys talking to yourselves, which is obviously awesome. But yeah, back to Judge Dredd. I am looking forward to kit bashing my own team of judges. And I say the ones I've seen that I like are the Death Watch kill team. So yeah, so when I can afford to get them, I'm going to get them, and you can buy some Judge Dredd heads and shoulders. So I will be buying them. Because I might even play them more than the Orcs. So I love Orcs, but basically I do like Space Marines. So they're big, they're chunky. It's like I love Paladins. So to me, a Space Marine is like a glorified Paladin. But obviously you can have a gun as well as a big old sword. So yes, it's having some Judge Dredds, or a team of judges that are sort of in beefy armour, is going to be pretty cool. Well, I think so far this guy has got the most skin on show. That's why I love all the kind of masks of these guys, just because it's very Mad Max. And yeah, so again, Mad Max is something I really like as well. That post-apocalyptic. I can never say it. If it's written down, I can read it and say it. Post-apocalyptic. Apocalyptic. Nah, you know what I mean. The problem is though, the more I say it, the worse it kind of gets. It doesn't seem to get any better. But say it's nice like to finally have some cool air coming in my window. All day it's been so warm. What company artist is making those dread bits? Oh man, you got me now. It's not, but I want to say Parrot something or other. I don't think it's parrot. I'm going to look it up just because it's not parrot, but that's what I want to say. Noam Chomsky is my favourite from Judge Dredd. Oh wow, you've got me now because I thought I knew Judge Dredd. Who is Noam Chomsky? I've never heard of him. Noam Chomsky? Are you making that up, Manna? Just try and make me look silly. I haven't got to try too hard. Right, so it is Judge Dredd, head and shoulders. I think it's about £9 for a set of 5 heads and shoulders. And it's made by Puppets War. What did I say? Oh, I said Parrot. Hey, Parrot Puppet. That's not far off. But yeah, it's on Green Stuff World. Just type in Dreadhead, and it's 5 heads, and they all look a little bit different, but they're pretty cool. How much does it cost? And it's €4.23. So that's not bad. I thought you could get the shoulders as well. I need to have a look. But yeah, definitely want to get those heads and say do some kit bashing. Yeah. Right, so Manna, you need to let me know who is Noam Chomsky, because that, I mean, I've got a bad memory anyway, but I think Noam Chomsky is a name that I'd remember. But yeah, I haven't got a clue who that is. And I say, I used to, the comic, Judge Dredd comic, when I was a kid, yeah, that was a comic I had for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and years. I had loads of those. KD, you're good, mate. Maybe me or someone else, I'm not too sure. Have I ever played Stranger Things D&D? No, but I've got the box sitting down over there, unopened. So the chances are it's never going to get played, but I'm just going to keep it. Just because obviously it's in the style of the original D&D. So yeah, the chances are the box will never be opened. Still in the seal and all that. So I really wish I still had my my original boxes and books. Gutted I haven't got them. Yeah, because I had the red kit, the blue kit as in the boxes, and then all the books. And I bought my first box from Woolworths back in 1983, and it cost me £8. And I remember saving my pennies up. Well, I had 8 £1 coins. Yeah. Box Fox, nibbly, knobbly, wibbly, wobbly, bibbity bobbly bits. I've never done the bibbity bobbly bits. Manna, give me a mo and I'll find a link. For some reason you guys are typing in @miniature hobbyist, but it's not coming up in orange. Don't know why. Very strange. Right, let's get back to this because, well, no, I'll have to admit I wasn't too sure how much of this I'd get done tonight. Because basically whatever I don't get done tonight, I'm gonna complete tomorrow. Just for sake, I want to get these done, then start the non-orcs, get them done, then do the terrain, just so then I've got the basic bits done, as in the 2 sets, the terrain. Obviously I've got the map that comes with it, the floor map, just so I can play the game while I work out what kind of set I'm going to build first. But yeah, I reckon it's going to be sci-fi more than anything. So Manna, yeah, I'm not too sure if you can link things. I don't know if I've got it so only mods can put links. But if you briefly tell me who they are, it might jog my memory. Would I ever paint the Stranger Things gang on my channel? If they're inside the box, then I'm going to say no, because the box is still sealed. I say, because I know I'm not going to play it, I may as well leave it in a sealed box. So yeah, I wouldn't open it just to paint the figures. Plus, I've got a lot of kill teams to paint. As I was saying earlier, there's a fair chance I will eventually go through all the kill teams. Just because I love the fact that obviously the game style and the gameplay on all of them is different. So obviously it will certainly help if you can play every team, because then when you play against a team, you know what their strengths and weaknesses are. He's one of the uplifted apes. There's a secret protagonist but doesn't talk. Oh wow. Uplifted apes. Oh, maybe I've not... When I say I read 2000 AD, we are talking late 70s, early 80s. So I'm kind of guessing this ape is later than 1990. Because if it is, I've not read any 2000 AD comics since the late 80s. He's incredibly smart, but essentially a mute vigilante who plays the gangs off the judges. Yeah, so if he's any later than late 80s, I wouldn't know. Don't forget, I'm old. I did a lot of kid stuff when I was a kid. Then I went off travelling for about 5-6 years in my early 20s. Then I met someone and settled down. And it's only recently I'm getting back into being a big kid. Yes, later than like. Well, that's good. I don't feel so bad now, Manna, that I didn't know who it was. Because if it was someone that I had seen or read about, say even with my bad memory, I would still be a little bit gutted that I couldn't remember. Right, yeah, it looks pretty cool. Right. Yeah, I love these figures. Cool. Get him on his little orange spot so that I know you guys can see him nice and clearly. So where are you from, Manna? Because aren't you around Hampshire? I think, because anyone in the Hampshire area, if they have a fancier game, I would certainly be up for playing one of you guys. Obviously, bear in mind I am a complete noob. My camera, I must have knocked my camera because I had my orange spot, so the camera was right in the middle. Never bad. I'm in Dorset. Ah, okay. A little bit too far to meet up for a game then. Yeah, it's very Mad Maxy style, this chap, anyway, with his mask. You wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alley. It'd certainly be taking you home to chop you up. Cool. So it is so weird though that I do love painting now, and yet I used to hate it. And it wasn't like just hate, it was like hate, detested, really didn't want to do it, didn't enjoy it, never liked the process, never liked the end result. And now I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Manners, been talking so much, you stop painting. See, you see, easy to get distracted, isn't it? Imagine what it's like for me trying to chat to loads of people and then do waffling. Hence the reason why sometimes I don't get much done. You'd love to paint some Dread minis. Yeah, well, so I'm definitely going to be kit bashing some kind of Dreads or Judges. This is one of the few orcs that you can actually see his face. So I hope you've all been hitting that that thumbs up button, just because I say it does help out so much. And if you are able to share this stream anywhere, that would be awesome as well. Dark Soul, just need to find a method that I like. Yeah, exactly, it is, yeah. And like I said a few times, I think when I first started painting, I was trying too hard, and then because I wasn't happy with the results, you kind of get a bit hard on yourself. And then it was Midwinter Minis. It was a long time ago. I was watching one of his videos, and obviously good painter, and then in one of his videos he said the trick to it is to care less, as in don't over try, don't care too much, just have fun. And I think since when he said that comment, then I have been trying less, definitely been experimenting more, and it's normally a case of I'm going to paint it, and however it comes out, it comes out. So you kind of take the pressure off yourself, and it's amazing when you take the pressure off yourself that it starts to get better. So yeah, and then obviously if it starts to get better, then you kind of enjoy it because, well, you're then pleased with it, how it comes out. So are all you guys like doing something, as in with the hobby? Are you all painting or building or making? Or are some of you guys unfortunately at work? Well, obviously if you are at work, it can't be too bad if you can still sort of watch YouTube. I'm going to shake the pot again, because it's so much nicer getting paint from that lid. I'm just going to make sure the lid's on before I give it a shake. Dark Soul, I found it comfortable to set a goal. 3 colours, light wash, shadows, and expand on it as you get more comfortable. Yeah, yeah. I do spend, well, I wouldn't say I spend longer on a mini, but I spend more quality time on a mini. If that makes sense. Yeah, there's kind of like a few set things I normally do, but obviously at the moment I'm obviously trying something a bit different, which is always good to do. So Chrissy, currently at work. You like painting for yourself, not for anyone else. Yeah. Well, I think you take more care over it because you're painting it for you, and you want it to look good whenever you use it or have it on display. Yeah, so I'm certainly looking forward to having these done and yeah, playing a game with my son. And say with some of the old, the fellow D&Ders, if they fancy a change from D&D one day, yeah, pop round and have a game of this. Man, carving out connection points for magnets. Good old magnets. Joel is currently building a cruel boys army. Yeah, see, I haven't got a clue who they are because they're not orcs. They're non-orcs. Made of something. I know I'm a bit late, but I first got into Cadians in Warhammer when I used one of the shock troop models to make Judge Dredd. Ah, there you go. Yeah, good old Judge Dredd. So I kind of do like the idea of making the judges. So I'm going to make them out of the Deathwatch team, just because they've got big and beefy armour, and I like the fact of having some judges that are big and beefy. Right, he's definitely got some sort of shirt on. Oh, there's a bit more of his shoulder at the top there. Underneath all those bullets. Yeah. Cool. Oh, I think it's just the one more to go with the green, and then we'll pick a different colour. I think I'm going to go brown next and do all their trousers in a kind of a brown. Zach Cook is enjoying some late night hobby. Cool. Yeah, so I think the painting is definitely a very relaxing thing to do. So obviously I enjoy building as well. Well, I enjoy it all. But I think it's nice to have that bit of variety. And I think what I will do, something I've done really well with the D&D stuff that I've been doing. Whenever I've printed something, I've painted it. So I've not got like a ton of stuff that needs painting. I am literally 3D printing, painting, and I'm going to try and do the same. I know obviously everyone probably says that way. I am going to try and buy a team, assemble them and paint them. So that's why I say I want to get these guys done, then get the non-orcs done, and then if I've got the money, I'll buy the sets and do a bit of kit bashing to make my judges. So because when I play my son, I'm going to be the orcs, he can be those non-orcs. But then when I get the judges, I'm going to be the judges, and I'm sure my son would probably like the orcs. Well, I may let him have a little look at the other kill teams. I say, because I do like the idea of well, making and assembling all of them. So yes, I might let my son decide what team he would like to have. Andrew, which is my favourite Mad Max movie? Ooh. Well, I guess I think I like them all. I mean, I certainly loved all the Mad Max with Mel Gibson. Even though when you watch some of them now, they do look a little bit cheesy. So I guess I would probably say the most recent Mad Max movie, just because obviously bigger budget, better explosions, car things, all the rest of it. But I do still like the Mel Gibson ones, even though they say you watch them now and they do seem very cheesy. I think that can be said with a lot of stuff that was obviously back in the 80s. Oh, I'm taking that one right off the screen. I'm not trying to get painting it. So when are people next playing Warhammer? Whether it's a 40k kill team or a proper sort of 40k big match? Any of you guys like playing at the weekend? Mr. Hold Hand Up. Is that Winter Bjork? I love the base coat. Yeah, well, I'm trying that slap chop. Honestly, it does it. It still amazes and surprises me sometimes just how bad my memory can be. Yeah, it's the I think it's a slap chop method. So basically, prime in black, then dry brush grey, and then do a dry brush in white, just over the very edges of things. And then obviously use speed paints or contrast paints to finish. So it should be a very sort of quick, simple, but effective looking paint job. Obviously, whenever I do live streaming, things are never quick, but they are enjoyable. And yeah, I'm definitely pleased with my choice of green, because yeah, it come out quite good. Right, let's have a quick drink. So we'll go back to the first character that I did, which is this one. Yeah, I think I must have nudged the camera because he's on his orange spot, but he's not as in focus. Apologies, I'm going to shake the camera a bit, but that's, I think we will zoom out just a little bit. So I know sometimes when I'm holding him, he is kind of getting lost in however I'm holding him. There we go. Let's just check as to the focus. the rest. Yeah, I kind of wish there was more green on show with these guys, I must admit. Just because, yeah, I'm really pretty pleased with how they look. Yes, I think I'm going to go around and do their pants, and I think I'm going to give them all brown. Or should I do their shoes first? It's funny, 'cause I've got a black wash, and I kind of thinking, when would I use a black wash? But I actually used it earlier on a TIE fighter, and it comes out pretty good. Let's see if I can get that out of my face a bit. Yeah, but it's still okay. We can still see the dudes, which is cool. So yeah, so I'm going to do a brown, but I think I'm going to use the speed painter brown, just because I think the contrast ones I've got are all very dark, and I kind of like the idea of a bit of a lighter, lighter brown for the pants. Just shut down a few of these things. Cool. Yeah, so I'm going to use the speed paint now, I think, and obviously, so that was my my initial sprue build nearly 2 years ago. Obviously to keep the lids open and to stop the pots from falling over. And then I've got another one, and this one was made with the D&D WizKids Frameworks sprues, and obviously this one keeps these in, and again, when the lid's off, it doesn't fall over. Good evening, pizza loving gal. I hope you're well and I hope you're happy. Yes, doing a little bit of painting, which is nice and relaxing. So we're going to do the pants on all of them. So same thing really, just go around and yeah, do it on one, do it on the next. And then so by the time we get back round to the first, which was this guy, wasn't it? He was my first guy. Yeah, by the time we get back round, then it's nice and dry. Joel, I'm very tempted to get these. Yeah, so obviously I bought that the big pack, which has these and then the non-orcs in it. Just because obviously it's got the rule books, a bit of scatter terrain, and yeah, but basically everything you need to sort of learn and play the game, which is pretty cool because obviously I do like the look of this game, because I watched quite a lot of videos on the gameplay, and it seemed nice, something that I would enjoy. And say for me, especially the size of the board required to play it fits on my desk. So I love the fact that it is a small playing board. I suppose because obviously if you've got like a team of 5 or 7 or whatever these you have, you don't need a big board because they're going to be quite near each other. So even for like ranged combat, they're going to be like fairly near each other still, and then obviously a nice bit of melee contact. So yeah, I'm really excited. And right, so I'm going to give this another little shake. I'd say all these paints that I'm going to use, I gave them a big old shake before going live, just because they really do need to be shaken. Shaken, not stirred. Luke's going to have to pull his finger out. I've owned this set for a while and have not painted them at all. But I say I am going to do my best. I say because in the past I've only ever bought the odd set here and there. I've never bought many sets, which is why I've never really had a pile of shame, because well, I've never bought much. But now what I'm going to do is, so I am going to paint these obviously. I am going to paint the other ones that came in the set, and then when I get the money I'm going to buy the Death Watch kill team, paint them. So I am going to buy a set, he says. You watch, give me 2 months, I'll have like 4 or 5 sets and be like, yeah, remember that time when I said I was going to buy a set, paint it and then buy another one? Didn't happen. because obviously I'm sure that's what everyone says. They're going to buy a set, paint it, and then get the next one. But, anyhow, is that the brush I was using? It's quite small, that one. That's the brush I was using. Like every good painter, stick it in your mouth and give it a good suck. You are, madam. Don't forget, guys, hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Much appreciated. Have a look at the Killzone Octaris. Yeah. Again, I was on eBay earlier, not eBay, Amazon earlier. There's a lot of sets, kill team sets that I want to get, but some of them are like 100, 125 pound. So they're not cheap sets. Obviously they're great looking and they have a ton of stuff in them. But yeah, I can't afford to go nuts just yet. Well, can't afford to go nuts. Manners pile of shame is that 60 Tupperware boxes or 601? Either way, they're kind of like a lot of Tupperware boxes. Well, I'll say, guys, if any of you guys have got any sets you don't want, I'll happily take sets off you and kit bash them and paint them. Won't send them back, but by all means, if you've got anything you want to send me, yeah, message me at miniaturehobbyist@gmail.com. There's a link in the description. But yeah, if you want to send me anything, by all means, please do so, and I will kit bash, paint it. Andrew, I have so much unpainted stuff that has become a pile of pride, not a pile of shame. You're proud of your mountain of unpainted stuff. Some of it 20 years old. Oh wow, that's amazing. I was 60 litre, sorry, 60L, yes, not 60 Tupperware things. Sorry, 60 litres. Yeah, that's quite a lot. But I need to work out where I'm to keep him so you guys can see what I'm doing. Because honestly, sometimes I do pick things up and they're like right in front of my face, which is great for me. But for you guys trying to see what I'm doing, not so. Why is there a hole in my butt? I've seen some names, but that's out there. Looking good so far. Yeah. You can send me some Zangor and Ale Dairy parts. I haven't got a clue what they are, but yeah, no, honestly, it's like I haven't really got a bits box. Well, I've got a little box that's got a few bits. I've got a bits box there, really, but it's not like a lot of stuff. So yeah, no, I would love, yeah, I would love whatever you send. I would very much appreciate. Yeah, we'll do some filming in a minute. Let's get some painting done. So that is the only problem. I start chatting, start waffling. Definitely very little painting happens. I can't quite see where his boot starts and the trousers end. Oh, I think it was there. I've kind of gone over it. Which doesn't matter too much, but the next colour may or may not go on it too well. Listen, his boots are going to be black, so I'm going to do all their boots black. Because basically, obviously, I want them so they look like they are obviously part of the same team. Andrew Zangor are Zintench guys. Yes, you're just chucking words at me now. Space elves. Oh, okay. We're all a bad influence on his productivity. Shh. I'm just pleased there's people here watching. So I obviously wasn't expecting to get these all done tonight, and that'd just be madness. Although I'm sure if I was painting these on my own, just listening to music, then might be a fair chance to get these all done in one go. You would send Necron stuff, but you haven't finished putting the box together. Because I know a few of the people that are sending me the boxes of sprues. There's a couple of them that have said that their sprues still have bits on. Do I mind? And it's like, well, nope. I'll happily take sprues with bits on. Yeah, sometimes it is a bit difficult seeing where the boots. Oh, this one doesn't look too bad. Yeah, where the boot sort of starts and ends and where the trousers are. But his ones seem a whole lot easier. What's this? Sending cookies. Oh, I missed something here. Yeah, by all means send cookies. Although I'm a recent vegan, so they need to be vegan cookies. Well, my daughter made some vegan cookies the other day. Although I say cookies, they were more like sugar biscuits. She did go a little bit OTT, I think. Yeah, with the sugar. Very nice, but obviously sugar biscuits. I can't find what the reference was to the biscuits, but yeah, making me hungry now. So especially these biscuits my daughter made, because she kind of put brown sugar and normal sugar in, and I think quite a lot of each. Yeah, so the old speed paints and contrast paints certainly go well over the black primer, and then the dry brush of grey, and then a dry brush of white. Luke, have you previously clicked on any 40k hobbyist? You would be surprised if you check compendium how many other models you can include. Yeah, I must admit, again, today I've been watching quite a lot more YouTube stuff on Kill Team, and yeah, the fact that you can use so much of, well, just the general Warhammer stuff in as a Kill Team, yeah, is pretty cool. So I don't really have much in the way of any other sets. So I've not done any Warhammer stuff for, well, I think this is the first kind of Warhammer stuff other than the Thunderhawk that I'm building that I've done this year. So this year I've been primarily doing all the D&D stuff. But so I think with the D&D stuff, I've kind of, well, obviously I've got a lot of D&D stuff now. And again, I was chatting to someone earlier on. The problem I'm having with D&D is I think we've had as many missed sessions as we have actually played sessions. Because obviously trying to get five adults in a room together with obviously family commitments, work commitments, obviously being sick, and all the other stuff that goes with being an adult has made it quite difficult for us to play. And I think that's kind of made me. I kind of see D&D, say Thursday night for me is D&D night, which is why my stream wasn't going to start till 9:45, but I started a bit earlier. So for me, a D&D night, like most people who play games, you get really, really excited about playing a game. You look forward to it all week, and then if it gets cancelled sort of like 3-4 hours prior to the time, obviously they're all good reasons. Obviously, there's no blame on anyone. To say we all got lives and everything else. be kind of a little bit sort of deflated and like, oh, what do I do now? So that's why when I was looking at this game the other night, I thought, well, this is awesome, because then if, come say a Thursday night, the D&D game gets cancelled, and it's not because of me, or I couldn't go because of being ill or anything, if it gets cancelled, I can contact one of the other D&D players and say, look, do you fancy coming over? And we'll have a night playing a bit of Warhammer. So I love that fact that this can be played nice and quickly. You don't need to do any real setting up other than when a person turns up, you get the board out and obviously set the terrain up and all the rest of it. So I like that fact that it can just be played instantly with no real setup time. And the fact that these games can last, like, say, about an hour or so, which is a nice time to play a game. So yes, I really, again, this has got so many things going for it. And I know people have mentioned this to me previously over the last sort of couple of years, but I'd never really looked into it until so I looked into this 2 days ago. And that's kind of how hooked I can get. So I've literally watched the videos, and then say I watched the videos one day, midnight of that day, I've gone on Amazon, ordered it, and it turned up yesterday. And again, that's why I've got to try not to go on Amazon to buy loads more stuff, because I could quite easily go on there and spend £200-300. Obviously, I've not got £200-300 I can spend on this, but I could quite easily do it. So yes, I need to be controlled and restrained, which is kind of difficult because obviously it's so easy. You go on Amazon, you click a few. So I could go on now. What's the time now? Yeah, 11 o'clock. There's probably some sets that I could go on right now on Amazon, push that next day delivery button, and it'll be here tomorrow. And that's where, yeah, it's tricky. Chris Spencer, trying to be vegan as well. Yeah, so for me, being a vegan, it's something I've always wanted to do. But my biggest problem, obviously, there's two big problems I had. One, I love the taste of meat. Two, I don't eat any vegetables or salad. So for me to not eat meat meant I would just be eating nuts and fruit. Luckily, I love nuts and fruit, but not enough that that's all I could eat. But these, I mean, I've only been vegan about 4 months. But these days, there's so many options of plant-based food, which makes it so easy for me to like go Tesco's, Lidl, Aldi, wherever, and I can get a plant-based burger, plant-based like sausage roll, but obviously it's not sausage, or it is a sausage, but it's not made with meat. So yes, it's a lot easier for me to do it now because there's so many other options. Plus, obviously, with the ice cream is what I say. I love ice cream, but you can get ice cream that's made from nuts, as in obviously nut milk, which again for me is great because I love nuts. So it's kind of easy to do. But I probably couldn't have done it years ago because there wasn't as many options of all these other foods to eat. And say I don't eat vegetables. Or I ate cauliflower last weekend and I loved it. So now Blood Bowl. I bought Blood Bowl. Again, one of these other mad things. I bought Blood Bowl. I was going to make a big pitch up and all the rest of it. Watching a lot more videos on it, and it just seemed, I don't know, it seemed like a slow game. I mean, obviously it isn't, but it just felt the gameplay seemed quite slow. And obviously the board it's on is a lot bigger. I say the board size really is a big factor. The fact it will fit on my desk. I've got a small table. It will fit on there nicely. So yeah, so for me this really is a big winner. And I say I am going to get pretty excited, pretty into this, pretty quick, and I'm going to end up spending money that I haven't got. Caveman, yeah, nut milk. Yeah, squeeze them little nuts. Get that milk out. So yeah, so the ice cream. Oh, I love the ice cream. And Lidl's, they do the ice cream, and it's only like £2. So it's awesome. Looks like I'm holding it too high now, aren't I? I forgot you guys were watching for a second there. I was holding it too high. Let's get you at the back there. You've been done. At least the Blood Bowl figures, I'll go for kit bashing. See, I don't know, because the Blood Bowl figures, I stuck them all together, but they come, it's almost like 3 or 4 parts. So it's not like the arms are separate, because you have part of an arm and part of the body. it's like they've taken a figure and just sliced it really weirdly, as opposed to doing arms separate from the body, separate from the head. A lot of the Blood Bowl figures that I've got, yeah, it's like some of them have got a front half and a back half. So as much as you could kit bash them, you have to get some snips or something to cut them all up. Chris is my sprue burger plant-based? It's certainly not meat-based, so yeah. So my sprue burger is very much vegan. Yeah, got to be vegan. So you never know, because there's a lot of animal fat used in stuff. So who knows, the sprues might contain animal fat. So I wouldn't know. Luke Penner, I've always wanted to give it a go. I'm in Nottingham. Lucky enough to have a good amount of groups. Just don't need another money pit. That's what it is, though, is it? As you get older, you have the money, or sometimes the money, but sometimes you just don't have the time to play the games. Just checking he's got the pants on. But yeah, so things are just too easy to buy, and then obviously you've got to pay afterwards. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff I have seen. More so the scatter terrain. Seen some, like you say, I've seen some lovely like orky scatter terrain, which I shouldn't really buy because obviously I should make it. Technically, sprue burger is made of dinosaur. But the thing is, though, who knows? In plastic, there could be animal bones. Because what was it I was looking at? So obviously, everything I go to eat or look for alternatives, I always get Google's obviously awesome. And there was something, I can't remember what it was. And yeah, it had animal bone in it. And it's like, what's that all about? So yeah, you do have to sort of look up a lot of stuff. But let's say, that's the joy of having Google. It certainly makes it so much easier. And the fact that, say, a lot of the supermarkets have a lot of alternative stuff. Which is pretty cool. I was just checking that I'm painting this in a position you can see. Although I must admit, the time when painting does go a whole lot quicker than when I'm building something. So I think that's because there's possibly more concentration going on, I'm not sure. So I'm not sure how long this stream is going to be, to be honest. Could go on for quite a while because I've had quite a lazy day. So I had my kids here this morning. I took them back to their mum's midday-ish. So yeah, so most of the afternoon I've just been sitting, chilling. I've done a little bit of work on like this Star Wars sort of TIE fighter thingy. I did also have a bit of a nap this afternoon, sitting at my desk. Yeah, I'll just close my eyes for a little bit, save myself for the stream and for playing D&D, because at that point I was still playing D&D. So yeah, I had a little bit of a nap, so I'm quite good to go for a while, I guess. Yeah, I think that's pretty much his pants done. Got a little friend on my arm. Luke, the terrain is beautiful these days. You've already bought too many pieces. It is so easy, isn't it? So that's where the dinosaur bits come in. In fact, it's made from oil, which may have been a melted dinosaur. So yeah, okay. I won't eat the sprue burger because I was nearly thinking about it, but I won't now, though, just in case. So with my teeth, I think eating something plastic and hard is definitely not a good idea. Oh man, the fly's gone from my shoulder or my arm to my neck, and it's just tickling me now. Yeah, so apologies tonight if I have... Oh, that fly's tickling me again. If I'm not talking and waffling as much as I normally do, it's because I really am concentrating. And I say I'm also concentrating on... That fly just bashed me. On not sticking my tongue out when I'm painting. There's only problem about having the windows open. There's a few flies coming in now. Lucky for them, I'm vegan, so I won't eat them. Mana's going to head off in a bit. Your little girl will be home in the morning. Oh, bless. Dark Soul, there are plant-based plastics. Yeah, I need to look out for the plant-based plastics then, just to be on the safe side. But obviously that does make it so much easier though, being a vegan, the fact that everywhere does plant-based stuff. And say even pubs, not that I go out eating much at pubs, but yeah, I went for say a pub on Saturday, and I had cauliflower. I've never eaten cauliflower. Well, if I have, I've tried it. I thought, oh, not eating that. And yeah, the cauliflower buffalo wings, which seems quite a contradiction in many ways, but absolutely gorgeous. This thing's come out, loads of it, and yeah, it's obviously the sauce is what kind of obviously makes it. But yeah, just so tasty. And it's like, oh, because normally whenever I've gone to a restaurant or a pub or whatever, I normally always have like a burger and chips. Pretty much religiously, it'd always be burger and chips. There might be a little exception of something else. Obviously, if it's a Chinese restaurant, then something completely different. So yes, it's quite nice now actually going out. Not that I go out, but trying something I wouldn't normally have tried before. So yes, I'm quite enjoying that aspect quite a lot. So what do you guys prefer seeing me do? Painting or making something? Just intrigued. So because for me painting is nice and simple and relaxing. And so I want to do more obviously live streams each week, whether it's one live stream or several. But yeah, I mean, do you guys quite enjoy just watching me paint while I'm chatting? Oh, pardon me. Man, cauliflower buffalo wings are amazing. They are. I had to go making some myself the other day. The sauce I made was perfect, gorgeous. But the buffalo wing or the cauliflower was a little bit hard, and the ones at the shop, at the pub, were a lot softer. So I need to look into how you make them soft. But the sauce I made wasn't far off the sort of barbecue-y sort of style stuff. Right, so now I need to try and get in there and paint his crutch. There we go. Cool. Mana, both awesome. Well, hopefully most people feel that way. So especially as I want to do, say, some kit bashing once I start getting some bits and pieces. But yeah, I want to do more, obviously, because if I'm sitting here painting, then it kind of makes sense for me to do a live stream and have you guys here. Half boil the cauliflower. Ah, okay. Because I did it by obviously making the sauce up, mixing the cauliflower in the sauce on a tray in the oven. So they weren't like rock hard, but they weren't as soft. Let's say the sauce was gorgeous. Ducks, I'll steam them first. Yeah, I need to get a steamer there. So obviously I've never ever bought a steamer because obviously I've never eaten vegetables. See, bless her, my mum, if she was alive right now, she would be like, wow, he's eating vegetables. Because honestly, when I say I don't eat vegetables, peas and sweet corn is the only thing that I would ever eat. And even then, I wouldn't ask for it, but if you put it on my plate, then I'd probably end up eating them. But anything else would be left on my plate. So yeah, my mum, bless her, tried years and years to get me to eat any kind of vegetables. Even to the extent of like hiding them underneath my mash, because I love mash. But I would just pick around the mash. I'd even waste some of the mash and not eat it, just because obviously it was contaminated by vegetables. Whereas obviously say now, obviously I'm going to be trying more and more stuff, but obviously it's more the sauces and stuff they cook things in that obviously make things so much nicer. Still getting it in shot, cool. Put them all 10 minutes. Yeah, I love the live streams while you're doing any of them other than making or painting. It's just great hanging out in a creative environment. Awesome. That's kind of, I mean, that's why I like doing the live streams. So even though I know I'm not going to get much done that I would normally get done, it is fun being here, you guys chatting, and yeah, whether we're talking about the hobby or we go off like we're going off right now. We thought you just mash the carrots. Yes, even that I wouldn't eat mashed carrots. I wouldn't eat hard carrots. I wouldn't eat mashed carrots. I just wouldn't eat carrots. Mash as a vegetable. Okay, potato. Yeah, I eat potato, whether it's mashed, chipped. Not so much crisps. I'm not really into crisps. Luke's going to have to go. Well, cheers for being here. Work far too early. Oh, bless. Look forward to catching up tomorrow after work, though. Hopefully you haven't purchased too much more. I know, honestly, it is. I was looking earlier at a variety of Warhammer 40k kill squad or kill team stuff, and it was so near, but honestly it would have come to like 100-200 pound, and as much as obviously I could get it because obviously it's got my credit card, when I come to pay for it it'd be like, oh man, why did I do that? Well, I know why I did it, because obviously I wanted it. But again, that's everything. If I get it slowly, then it can turn up. I can assemble it, paint it, job done. So that is one thing I'm going to say try and do. Obviously, I'm sure every person ever with a pile of shame has said, "Oh yeah, I was just going to buy one set, paint it, and then buy the next one." She doesn't get a choice. Oh bless. Oil and salt make any vegetable taste phenomenal. The right seasonings, potatoes can taste like anything. Things like I love potatoes anyway. I like beans and potato is kind of like an easy go-to for me because I just love it. It's very filling, and yeah. But so I am looking out online. So YouTube, I love YouTube for a variety of stuff, obviously. But yeah, I'm looking out for recipes on there just to do things with. And I say the fact that I like the cauliflower with sauces and other stuff make me want to try more things. Might go and make beans on toast for a midnight dinner. So if you live near, you could have pop some round. Potato is the best veggie. It is, yeah. Potato. I mean, I've always loved potato. So mashed potato has definitely been one of my favourite things. And even like on a Sunday roast, if like normal potatoes came out, I would still put a knob of butter on there and mash them. So yeah, potatoes are just awesome. See, now the problem is I'm starting to feel hungry. What have I got in? So I haven't done a shop. I think the only thing I have got. I've got spicy bean burgers. I mean, I've always loved spicy bean burgers. But yeah, I've got them and chips. Problem is though, I don't want to stop the stream to go and make them. Fortunately, I'm here on my own, so I've got no one else to ask politely to pop them in the oven for me. But yeah, all this talk of food made me a little bit hungry. Oh, this one, I should really paint a little bit of this, just for the old like montage of, well, when I start painting, just to show the different colours. Chris, I could make a sci-fi mashed potato. Yeah, see, films of the 80s, say my memory is shocking, but I probably remember more films of the 80s, you know what, buddy? Than, yeah, films that I'd have watched in the 90s. Yeah, because that film was just a big old waste of mashed potato, wasn't it, really? I could put it on quickly, then come back. See, I'm almost tempted. So nearly tempted. No, because then I'd be eating on stream, and that, yeah, that wouldn't be pretty. So you won't mind. Bean burger patties make a good base for burritos. That's what I was watching earlier on. There's some guy making wraps, and obviously doing a whole lot of like meats, alternative stuff, and the sauce he made. Again, you make sauce, and I think you could stick any vegetable in the sauce, and it would just taste nice. And he was making stuff, and he's making his own sauce, and it all just looked lovely. Although the only problem I have there is I've always had this attitude: if it takes longer to cook it than eat it, I'm not doing it. And obviously a lot of the stuff he was doing was making it from scratch. So there's quite a lot of work involved before the actual sticking it in the oven for like 20 minutes or half hour, whatever. And I just don't know if I've got that kind of commitment. So that's why I'm quite thankful that a lot of the supermarkets are just doing a whole lot more different varieties, which is pretty cool. Someone like me that's not really a cook. I'm more your eater than your cooker. Nana, sorry about the spelling. Had a paintbrush in your hand, and fear is back in the house. Good to have you back. Not sure what you've missed. A little bit of painting, a little bit of waffling, a little bit of talking about not eating dinosaur sprue burgers. Yeah, so I'm liking the old speed paint and contrast paint on this, the black and dry brush effect. I think it's a bit of a winner so far. I say, if I wasn't doing the live stream, then this would have, I don't know how long I've been going for now? Maybe 3 hours? Yeah, so I reckon about 3-4 hours would probably have got these all painted. I don't think it would have taken long at all. Made us something. Good night, buddy. Yeah, off to bed before midnight. Sprue waffle next. Sprue waffle. What was this? The last one to do his pants. I think it is. That went quicker. I'll paint the next bit. Video the next bit. Or should I just? Yeah. Wouldn't be the channel we know and love without a bit of waffling. I guess so. Yeah, I suppose I should really make a sprue waffle then. Kind of makes sense. Although one thing I haven't tried yet, and that's a vegan pizza. Do like the old delivery places do vegan pizza? Like Domino's. That's what I used to get pizzas from the for the kids and that. Does anyone know if Domino's do a vegan pizza? I kind of think they would. But saying that, maybe I should ask the pizza loving gal. She might know about vegan pizzas. That's if she's still on. Chris, a waffle is very versatile. Waffly. It is. Especially go for the dessert waffles with the ice cream and chocolate all over them. That my kids like. Domino's does vegan. Cool. I'll have to try that one day. Is it just a cheese alternative pizza, or does it have a whole variety of stuff on? I wonder. Christy had to do vegan. Yeah, I'll have to have a look. Came for the models, stayed for the waffles. Like it. That's cool. They also have a new kind of double stone baked crust. Oh, maybe next time my kids are over, that is this weekend, I might have to maybe try a Domino's pizza perhaps. Give it a go, eh? Right, yeah, I'm pleased with their brown pants. Andrew, a lot of plant-based meats on Domino's in Australia. Cool. So that's the weird thing about obviously all these like meat alternatives and the plant-based sort of meat variants. The fact that the taste isn't. I mean, you can tell it's not like the chicken or the beef, but it's not bad. It's nice. And so then you chuck on the sauce, and it's just gorgeous. Cadman got to head out. I'll be glad I could watch the stream. Now, cheers for being there. Good luck painting and enjoy the eventual dinner. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to eat tonight. I think it's late. It's 11:30. I don't like eating too late because the chances are, well, saying that, normally whenever I do a stream, I can't sleep straight away. I'm normally up for at least an hour or so because I normally watch something on Netflix just to sort of just chill out. So yeah, so I may eat something. Yeah, maybe. Chris, they do vegan pepperoni, vegan margarita, vegan veggie supreme. Oh wow. So I must admit, I really am enjoying trying new things. Mainly because obviously it's none of the stuff I would have ever eaten before. So yeah, so it is nice that I am trying stuff, which is cool. I say, especially those cauliflower butterfly wings. Not butterfly. Oh, you know what I mean. Yeah, brain's gone dead. But the cauliflower things that I had the weekend just gone were absolutely gorgeous. Right. I'm trying to think of what colour. So they're back. They've all got backpacks. I might do backpacks. Oh, I haven't done his pants. I missed him. Oh, there's me thinking I've done them all the pants. First one I picked up. No pants. Oh, he is literally the only one. Let's get his pants done. Anna loves a good vegan supreme buffalo. That's it. Thank you. Again, a bit of a brain fart. Yes. Cauliflower buffalo wings. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, yeah, let's get his bottom painted, and then we'll move on. We're going to do some rucksacks, just because the rucksacks are quite large, so be plenty of colour going on. And obviously I'm going to do them brown, I would have thought. Or could I've got to do them like a khaki colour. Yeah, I've got a bone colour. I think I might do it bone colour rather than, because I think the other brown I've got is quite a dark colour, and I don't really want to do dark. Kitcoats had the Mac vag. Is that a typo, or did you really have the Mac vag? Yeah, I know in the UK, I think it's October, there's going to be a plant-based burger. I saw it on one of the YouTube channels. There's one McDonald's in the UK that was trying it out. So yeah, plant-based burger from McDonald's come October, apparently, in the UK. A plant-based Whopper. Oh wow. Cool. The spill preventer sprue apparatus is still alive and strong. It is. But and in fact I've got two for different kind of bottles. You got your contrast paint one, and you got your speed paint one. And I've never spilt any of my paints. So yes, obviously works a treat. That good old sprue, or the humble sprue. Cool. Oh, I might actually use this one, Sand Golem. So I think this one's kind of like a bit of a brownish colour, as opposed to the pallid bone. I'm not sure I shook this one up earlier. Good old right arm workout. Mana's got to go. Does that mean you're not going to go and have something to eat, or are you going to go and have something to eat? Are you going to say that and get, oh, you are going to get the beans on toast? Oh, you little bugger, making me hungry. Oh, got all over my fingers somehow. Well, thank you for being here, Mana. Enjoyed your company as always. You go and enjoy your beans on toast. Is that a vegan brush I am sucking on? Well, I must admit, who knows what these paints have in them. Yeah, if it helps, I'm not swallowing, Chris. Does that make a difference? But yeah, who knows what's in these paints? And so, in fact, I can't remember what I was looking up, but it had animal bones in it. It's like, how bizarre. So who knows? Yeah, paint might have animal bones or something in it. Yeah, no night, Mana. You have a good one. Not sure when I'm next live streaming, so I've got my kiddies at the weekend, so I won't be doing any then. Wedding on Sunday, so there's a fair chance Monday or Tuesday I will do another live stream. might be painting, or it might be the Thunderhawk. I say, because of the sprues from these guys that I've got now turned to ooey gooey spruey stuff, so I'm going to make some panels for the weekend. But what I might do is make the panels, fit them onto the Thunderhawk, just so the Thunderhawk is fully panelled up, and then do another live stream putting some more bits of panel on it and some detail stuff, rather than doing a live stream of putting panels on, because I know that's not very exciting. Plus, if I do it off camera, I can get it done a lot quicker, and then when I come to a live stream, it'll be of the more fun, intricate, detailed bits, which will be more enjoyable to watch, I guess. Cool. Awesome, 109 likes apparently. Thank you so much for everyone who's liked the stream, or the video, whatever we call it. And so yeah, 109 likes is pretty cool going. Right, so yes, I'm going to use some of the colours. I'm not so sure. So this is a sand golem. So I'm hoping it's going to be like a light brownish. Basically, just want a different kind of colour to his pants for the rucksacks. So I have got darker browns, but I think when it comes to painting these, I would rather use lighter colours, and then if I need to add any like little bits of detail here and there, or touch things up, then use maybe a darker colour perhaps. I'm not sure. Oh, well, there's one way of finding out. I'm gonna have a go. Yeah, see you later, Manna. Enjoy your evening and enjoy your daughter's company tomorrow, whatever you do. Yeah, I think we're going to have hot weather for at least the weekend here in the UK, which is kind of nice. But then sometimes when it's too hot, I think you almost want it to be like hot one day, cool the next, hot the next day, cool the next, just so you get that bit of a break. But when it's just sort of hot all the time, it's almost like too much. Right, I think I'll do his backpack. If I like it, then I'll film myself doing another one. Doesn't really have a whole lot of colour there. So I almost kind of really wanted a sort of khaki colour. Or should I go? Because this was the other choice that I was looking at going for, the old pallid bone. Because I think that's not too dissimilar from the other brown, really. Yeah, I'm going to change. I'm going to go with that one just to see what that is. I think the fly is just bumping into something. Right, so let's see how well I can just take off some of that. Yeah, so that one didn't seem too dissimilar from his brown pants. This is where I really need to do like a tester. Get something, make however many speed paints I've got. Obviously, paint it in white first, and then do the speed paints over all of them. Oh, sorry, speed paints over all of them, just so I can see just exactly what colour they are on a white. Yeah, just because like sometimes the colour on the outside is a little bit different. Yeah, we'll go with a pallid bone. See how that looks basically. So we'll move him out the side. We'll get a different backpack in. So if this one comes, it looks like it should be quite light. But I think this one's a little bit dark as well. Doesn't seem too dissimilar to that last colour. Maybe it'll just dry a bit lighter. Right, let's have a look. I kind of wanted more of a lighter sort of, well, bone colour. But this. Not sure. It's not it's not floating my boat or anything. It's kind of there, but I don't know. What was my mouse? Cool. I think it kind of doesn't look a lot different from his green. Or I do just go for a darker brown. Sometimes there's too much choice. What does he look like on the book? Oh, so here's rucksack on the book. He's gone a little bit green. It's starting to dry a little bit lighter. I could do dark green for the rucksacks. Might be quite nice. I'm stuck, guys. I don't know what I do. I should really get some speed paints. Yeah, I love the speed paints. I say they're really going on very nicely with this, say, black primer and then dry brushing. I mean, even when I used to paint this, the speed paints just on white, it would come out really nice. So yeah, the speed paints do flow really well. I'm just having to deliver. I think it's because the colours don't seem like too dissimilar from each other. I think I want them to look, well, different from each other. Yeah, I think I might go for a dark brown on the old rucksacks, just because I want it to be different. So let's have a look at the contrast. What's that? Snake bite leather. And that's, yeah, that's nice. That's like a browny green. Right, there we go. Decision made. Leather is always better done with a regular colour. It's always better to use a darker brown and then add some yellow and white to accent the edges. Yeah, I think you're right. That Cryle? Cool. Yeah, the cool guy. Yeah, I think we're going to go with a darker one, and like you say, that way I can use a bit of highlighting on the edges if I need to. Just because these other colours just don't. They're not doing it for me. They're not floating my boat. So yeah, decision made. We are going with good old snake bite leather. Sounds cool. Sounds like a nice name. Snake bite leather. Right, so let's put the two that I've kind of done at the back, just so we don't see them, because I'm going to video the next little bit. So let's grab some of a nice rucksack. You got a nice rucksack? Yeah, he's got a nice rucksack. And then we can get these in position. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so let's video this a little bit. So I'm going to use snakebite leather. Show my cool little what's it. Yeah, definitely nicer, definitely feel happier using this colour. Cool, and then we'll show that I'm going to do the next one, and then we'll stop the video. Cool. Yeah. I've missed anything. Get some nice leather effects with the speed paint, reactivation, bleeding through lighter. Okay. BJ95, glad the stream is still going. Tuning in at work. Well, I hope you're not working too hard. And, well, hope you haven't got long left. Yeah, this is quite a nice, oh, little flower on my face. Nice brown. I think we'll just go straight over all the pouches, and then we can do any little adjustments in colour on the pouches afterwards. As in they've got some string ties and stuff. Because I think there's a fair chance I will be doing some sort of highlighting colours later on or afterwards. That's the thing, I must admit, when I've painted things before, I've kind of enjoyed them, but because a lot of the stuff I've done before I've painted, but except for the D&D stuff, that is. So all the prior stuff I would have done Warhammer wise, I painted and then it never got used, so it like sat in a drawer or on a shelf. So as much as I tried to paint them as well as I could, I didn't spend a lot of time on them. Whereas because I know these aren't going to be used and seen by people, obviously I want to take more time, more care, especially with all like the little bits and pieces, like little bits of ropes or little like silver fasteners, or just the smaller things that in the past I wouldn't have bothered with. I definitely will be bothering with now, just because I really want to make them look their best, which is cool. So that's the reason why I'm really pleased that I'm doing something with Warhammer that I'm very excited about, and I am going to be playing yeah, quite a bit. I say, if no one else, it'll be playing this with my son, which I am really looking forward to. Yeah, cool. It's a nice colour. Get off my drink fly. Let's try and get these orcs organised in ones that have been painted and ones that are about to be painted. So you've got a brown rucksack, you've got a brown rucksack. And then we'll put the rest there. So I will be obviously assembling the other team that came with the set. Is it the Krieg or something or other? I still forget. I think it's because I just call them the non-orc side. Yeah, I will be getting them assembled and painted. Probably getting them assembled over the weekend, but then painted next week. Just so I can then get the terrain painted. And I say I'll be able to start playing this game next week, and then at some point in the future, probably the near future, I will be making some boards up. So my plan is, if you weren't here earlier, with the kill teams, to make several boards, some almost like plain boards that you put lots of terrain bits on. I do want to make a like spaceship interior, so that'd almost be like a set piece with a few bits that you can move around, just so it's not always going to be the same. But yeah, I am looking forward to making a variety of different types of bases for this. So especially with the idea of making almost like a suitcase. So it's like a glorified large chess set. So obviously you open it up, take all the bits out, then flip it over so that's the size of the board. That'd be quite a fun thing to make, something that's usable and stores everything in it, which would be pretty cool. So that one would be like a flat base with obviously all the terrain that you just put where it's required or where you want it. Because I've made quite a lot of sort of scatter terrain in the past, but it's always been sort of higgledy-piggledy bits. It's never been scatter terrain that you'd use on one board. It's always been something made of this, something made of that. Obviously quite a lot of sprue ones. So it'd be nice to actually make scatter terrain that's well, it's going to be usable. So again, that's why I am really excited about about kill team and gameplay and all the stuff that I can make for it. Craig, you can always paint up on me to be an objective marker. So yeah, again, I've made lots of objective markers in the past for no real reason other than making them. Normally out of sprues and stuff. So again, it's going to be lovely to make stuff that's going to be used. That's why I've been making a lot of D&D stuff, because I've made D&D stuff to use it. I've never made Warhammer stuff to use it, and that's why I'm really excited about this whole stuff. Love it, love it. That's why I need to not go too excited and spend a ton of money straight away. Main target or a VIP that needs to be protected. Kill team can also be played. What's that? Thematically and narratively. Ah, cool. Yeah, so I literally 2 days ago I started watching Kill Team videos. I've gone nuts. Have I seen the upcoming series of Kill Team Space Hulk sets? No, I haven't. Have I seen the upcoming series of Kill Team Space Hulk sets? No, but that's getting me excited. Yeah, no, I need to look at that. Chris Spencer, got to go. Thanks for the stream. It was enjoyable to watch and hang out. Thank you so much, Chris, for being there and obviously dropping comments. So obviously I don't mind guys just sitting and watching or something. Drop comments in as well. Awesome. Yeah, it's just great to share this hobby with you guys, and obviously you guys share your hobbies and experiences with me. So yeah, cheers, Chris. You have a good evening, buddy, or night or afternoon, whatever it is. Yeah, thanks for being there. Oh, sorry guys, itchy nose. No, but I'm gonna have to have a look probably when I finish this stream, because I can't sleep straight away after doing a stream. Even if I stream till like 1 in the morning, I would still probably be up for at least another hour afterwards just to chill out. But I am gonna have to look up Kill Team Space Hulk set. Those will be perfect for plain modular Space Hulk interiors. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up Space Hulk interiors. Yeah, and like I say, making modular stuff. I am just excited about making. So I really thought when I did that the Tau Manta, and I advertised the video as being the last sort of Warhammer sprue build thing I was going to do. I honestly thought it was, because obviously I was getting into D&D stuff. I've got a ton of D&D stuff now, which is why I want to start making other stuff. And say this just fits so nicely into what I want to do. And yes, I do want to make it, modular stuff. Yeah, I'm going to try not to overdo it with constant Kill Team stuff, but you are going to be getting a lot of Kill Team stuff. Pardon me. Right, let's get this guy at the back. So I painted his rucksack, backpack, whatever you want to call it. Obviously a much lighter colour. And yeah, I do. It's dried quite nicely actually, but I do prefer this brown. It does look more leathery, which is obviously kind of what I wanted. We did what we did before, so it's so much easier and nicer to get a bit of paint from the lid rather than dip my brush right in. Smoin, hello buddy, you alright? It's way too late to be painting. The thing is that I'm loving painting. And I know because you've been around since day dot, and you'd have been there when I used to sort of say I hated painting. Whereas I love painting now, which is why I am still streaming, because I'm having fun. So yes, I'm not sure how long this stream is going to go on for, because I am quite wide awake. Obviously, having a little nap earlier on this afternoon. I am still full of beans, so we're going to stream for a bit longer. As I say, this was painted a different colour. I am basically going over this one's backpack with a much darker and more brown looking thing. So yeah, we'll go over the straps, because the straps can be highlighted or changed afterwards. We'll do the same for this side ones. Just popping in very shortly because it's 10 till 1. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, it's pretty late then. I hope you've had a good evening doing whatever it is you've been doing this morning. Or maybe you can't say what you've been doing. It's been that good an evening. Right. Get a little bit of paint right up in there. Cool. Yeah, loving this colour rucksack. Right. Let's grab you. Yeah, cheers, buddy. You have a good sleep. Catch you later, mate. Yeah, so this could turn out to be one of the longer streams that I do. Yeah, purely because I am having so much fun, and obviously there's a lot to paint. Let's paint all over that stringy bit. So I've missed the stream earlier. It's been a long day. Oh bless. But I do see it's an orc. Yes, the orcs are back, and I'm loving it. It's dinner time here. You're probably sleeping. Not sleeping yet. So I'm still 17. I would not be doing that sort of stuff. Oh bless. Yeah, so obviously a vast contrast to a couple of years ago when I hated painting. I love painting now. So what time did I start? I started 9:15, didn't I? So yeah, 3 hours, and yeah, don't feel tired at all. Obviously, I've got a little bit done, but not not a lot for those 3 hours. But we kind of know that from previous streams. So yeah, I'm just basically going through and doing basically obviously batch painting. So it's like picking one colour, doing that on all of them, then going through, doing another colour, and doing that on all of them. VJ95, you need coffee, your day is more or less beginning and you're tired. Oh no, that's no good. Andrew, it's been a very enjoyable session so far, and great to see you excited and happy with the results you're getting. Yeah, I must admit, say you're doing the old black primer, dry brushing, and then speed paint, contrast paint. on the top. Yeah, I'm loving how they're coming out. And say if I wasn't streaming, I reckon 3-4 hours would be enough to get these basically done. But then obviously you might go over and do a bit of the sort of touching up here and there and a bit of highlighting afterwards. But yeah, I reckon it wouldn't take too long to get these done. So there's a fair chance when I do the non-orc team, I probably wouldn't live stream that. But you never know. I don't know. So if you guys don't mind watching a bit of painting, so I definitely don't talk as much. I don't think when I'm painting, because there is more concentration going on. But yeah, I mean, doing these kind of live streams are certainly easy enough and enjoyable for me to do. That's for sure. Susan, cool. I got some Site of Battle new minis to go with my old ones. Oh, okay. Change the sisters. AI change sisters to site. Cool. Must be. Obviously everyone knows I do love orcs more than anyone else. But again, because I watch so many of the sort of videos on kill teams, I do like the idea of buying and doing all the kill teams, just for that variety in gameplay. Just because they are all different and have different skills, abilities, and all the rest. And as I say, I think if you want to be a good player, knowing the other team's strengths and weaknesses is kind of a must, really, isn't it? So I think having all the teams, playing all the teams, and just knowing how they kind of all work will be pretty cool. And obviously it's just another excuse to buy more minis. But say I am, if I can, going to try and do it so that I do buy a set, get it painted before moving on. As much as I would love to go and buy loads of sets. I think trying to keep in mind the building and painting one first will slow me down, so I don't go nuts and just spend hundreds, which is kind of what I did when I first got into the Warhammer stuff. Obviously spent loads of money, never actually played the game, but certainly spent loads of money on loads of sets, terrain pieces and all the rest of it, and yeah, never ever used any of it, which is obviously a bit of a shame. Cool. Everyone loves orcs. They are such nice models. There's none you don't like. Well, I must admit, yeah, just in general, the figures are. They're so well made, so detailed. And obviously they're all going to have weapons of some kind. So that makes them, well, in my books, makes them pretty cool as well. To say that the Space Marines, obviously I love the Space Marines just because they are just big and chunky, which is cool. But if I do go and collect a lot of kill teams, I should keep up with Eons of Battle, where Jay is collecting a lot of kill teams. Oh, okay. Eons of... that is who I was watching earlier. Yeah, because he was going through... oh yeah, the one I watched, he was literally just going through, showing all the ones that he was painted or part painted, and then he kept mentioning about the fact that he paints, does like live streaming all the time of him painting. So yes, that was who I was watching about an hour before I started live streaming. Just remember there are about 5 walkie-talkies and an earpiece in the bits. Did you use them by any chance? My boys are tactical. Oh, tactical. Well, in this set, 5 walkie-talkies. I know one of them had some sort of big walkie-talkie or something or other. Ian's is a great channel. Jay's yeah, it's really weird because there are some people I can watch and other people I can't, because of how they talk or how they come across. I think some people come across really excited and happy, and some people just come across really sort of dead toned. And as much as they might have a great channel and really great painter or whatever they do, I just can't watch them because of that deadpan sort of voice. And yeah, Jay, I was watching because he's excited, he's happy, and I like excited, happy people. So yeah, so the Ian's one I did like to watch. Vijay, you're going to tell him that on his live stream tonight. So what time does he live stream then? I presume he's American, so he live streams like at 2-3 in the morning UK time. I'm guessing then. I might have to stay up and watch one time. But yeah, mention I watched him earlier on, and so he's one of the channels that's making me think that I want to get all of the sets. Just because obviously they all look cool. And I say for gameplay, I think knowing how other teams works is a must. They look like Swiss Army knives. Oh, I can't remember then. But again, that's why I love these figures. The fact that each one had 2 options, which is great. Yours are Death Skulls, Space Marine Pirates. Oh, awesome. Wheatley. I got the Kill Team box 2 days ago and split it with my friend. Oh, awesome. He got the Orks. So I think he'd find this useful. Oh, cool. God, giving away Orks though. Come on. VJ, 6 PM for you. He streams at 9. Oh, 3 hours from now. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's probably why, obviously. It's funny when he kept saying that he streams every day. It's like, oh wow, I've never seen anything pop up. But that's obviously why, because obviously if he's streaming 3 hours time, that's 3 in the morning, and I'm generally in bed at 3 in the morning. Sometimes when Jay gets something new, he reminds me a little of a kid at Christmas. See, that's the kind of person that I like to watch. Someone who is just bubbly. Because normally their voice sounds bubbly, friendly, and that's kind of yeah. So was that soon? No, not Space Marines, Orks. Oh, I'm lost now. Sorry. Death Skulls are the best. I have a full 40k army, 200 boys, and 50. Again, I think so there's so many reasons why I love the Kill Team as opposed to anything else. The fact that there's obviously less of them to control, I prefer that than a big army. The size of the Kill Team or kill zone, whatever it's called, nice and small, and the fact you don't need to go and buy 200 of these, some big tanks, some people on bikes, helicopters, all of that. I like the fact that it's not going to be as expensive. He says as he's talking about buying all the Kill Teams there are. And obviously the special edition Kill Teams and books. Yes, there's quite a lot to buy, but I do like the fact that you don't have to have a big army. So I like it that it is a smaller group, more tactical, and just love it. Anyway, let's get some more backpack stuff. See that? Talking about my brush has dried. Oh, VJ, you have 13 Kill Teams, not all assembled and painted. Yeah, see, again, that's why I'm going to keep saying it. I want to assemble and paint them first. But I know that's the famous last words that everyone ever has said, and then they have loads. But so I think for me, it's more the money aspect as well. So I want to get some of the books. I do want to get some more terrain pieces. Obviously, I want to build some terrain pieces. So as much as I will want to get all the sets, yeah, it won't be obviously overnight. He says as he bought this literally a few hours after watching some videos, I bought this set. Susan had 10,000 points of orcs. See, that's nuts. But Hurricane took those. No. Oh, bless. Oh, wow. Hurricane. But I like the small kill team sets too, yeah. Andrew, to be fair, I've been collecting them over 30 years. Yeah, well, that's a good reason to have lots. Not all at once. There are Rogue Trader, Guacamorca, Blackreach, and all the others mixed up amongst them in metals and resin and plastic. Oh, wow. So that's obviously why I first started getting these figures a couple of years ago and made this channel. But just because I love the look of the figures. So obviously I got the figures before even looking at the actual game itself. And I think that's why when I was getting the figures and looked at the game, it kind of put me off that not necessarily you needed a big army, but the fact that you were in control of a big army. I do like the idea of just being in control of like a 5-man team or 10-man team or whatever it is. Just seems, well, more like a game of chess, I guess. So I really am surprised and pleased that these Citadel colours are working so well, because I probably had the pots for at least a year and a half. These haven't been opened or used in at least, oh no, probably not even this year. So yeah, at least 8-9 months these pots haven't been opened or used. And yeah, they seem like when I first got them, which is pretty cool. Warhammer PDs of the rules, you don't have to buy the rule books. Yes, that's the thing, you don't have to buy the rule books, but it's nice to have the rule books. It's like all the D&D books. I've gone mad. I bought all the D&D books. Yeah, haven't opened half of them to look at them, but I've got all the books and all the add-on books and all the extra books. And, yeah, Andrew gave away couple of armies when I got married, and the new wife decided I didn't need toys anymore. Oh no. Full original metal Blood Angels army and a whole heap of orcs. I still get to stay. The interest in modelling and gaming remains. The wife doesn't. Well, I must admit I'm on like the Facebook dating site. And I am going to update it and put that I am a D&D and Warhammer nerd, just because then it makes it a lot easier. Then anyone who does message me knows about my my D&D and Warhammer love. So it needs to be appropriately into, not necessarily into it, but doesn't mind me being a big kid, because I definitely am a big kid. Silver, don't go on that bit. There's a little bit in there I want to try and get to, but I'm going over it. It's one of those bits that's never going to be seen, but it would be nice to have colour on it. Right, I've just got a couple more left of rucksack time. Oh yeah, cool. So these 2 rucksacks, and then got to try and think of another colour. Could do the silver on guns and knives, I guess. Well, I quite like them black and white. We'll see. So Richard, I got back into this hobby precisely because my wife got into D&D terrain building and she wanted me to have something to do at the same time. Oh wow. So here I am, horrifically invested a year. Oh, awesome. Yeah, so I would definitely prefer someone that was into sort of gaming and the like. Just I think it's nice to share a passion and a hobby. So guys, anyone who's not on the Discord, there is a link in the description. Yeah, pop along there, join up, and obviously chat with other people about what you do. Yeah, post pictures, ask questions, all that kind of stuff. Right, one more to do. And this was one of those ones that I was trying a different colour, didn't like it. And again, I'm so glad I didn't go ahead and do all of them this colour, because I'd have been looking at them thinking, oh, I'm not that happy. Whereas obviously this, the snakebite leather is just perfect for their rucksacks. Well, for me it is anyway. I certainly like it. Oh, we still have a few people watching them. I'm kind of guessing most of the people watching now are probably from the States, because obviously it's a little bit late in the UK, midnight. Yeah, pleased with that. Right, what to paint next, and then more importantly, what colour? Oh, sorry, fly just went straight in my ear. So Andrew, snakebite leather used to be part of their standard range. It sucks that they are reusing names for other products. Oh, okay. Wow. I wonder why they've done that then. Or was it too confused and annoy people? Dark Soul still here. Cool. I'm still here too. Yeah, so they've still got quite a few. Was that 23 people? Not bad. Welcome to Friday. It's 9 AM and the sun is finally breaking through the rain and clouds. Could be a nice morning after all. 9 AM. Yeah, so it's midnight. Radio. Let's have a little look. What colour? This guy's got obviously a little. Oh, I suppose it's got to be green. A green beret. And then maybe give him a dark green. Yeah, maybe I'll do the orc flesh colour for his hat and his jumper. As it is kind of like a green beret. Yeah, I want to do green. I think, what other green have I got? An absolution green. So yeah, I really should have done a test palette of some sort with all the speed paints, just so I know how they go on and how they cover. Because sometimes the picture on the front isn't quite what you get. Richard Price, 11 AM, and nice and sunny. Awesome. Susan, I had some Speed Freak Hot Wheels grots and some orc buggies. Can't just remember the boss commander can give himself and all other friendly units an extra action for free. It helps when you want. Yes, I haven't really read the rules fully. I've only got a rough idea of rules from some of the videos I've watched. So I am looking forward to finding out exactly what each of these little suckers do, and obviously how they work alongside each other. Yeah, so the squig, I haven't, well, I've made him up, but I didn't include him in the painting. Obviously I will, but yeah, I haven't got him painted up, or I haven't got him on a thing to paint him up with yet. Sipping brush water, just got here. What have I missed? You've missed 3 hours of fun excitement. Well, a bit of paint and a bit of waffling, really. So yeah, I've started obviously with the orcs. I've done the green faces. I've done some brown pants, and I've done a different kind of brown for the rucksacks, and that's kind of about as far as I've got. I'm now contemplating doing this fella here, and I'm going to give him he's wearing a woolly hat, but I'm going to give him a green beret sort of thing. So a green woolly hat, and I like to do green for his jumper as well. But I'm thinking of doing a dark green, and I'm not too sure whether to go for this absolution green, which I haven't got a clue sort of how dark that's going to be. Oh, itchy next. Or well, an orc green, which I know is quite dark. So this one, where's my little palette? Let's just have a little looky and see just how. Oh, it is quite a very dark green. What green was this? Oh, how dark. Oh, that's about the same, I think. Oh, let's go with the orc flesh one, just because I like the idea of it being orc flesh. Oh, apologies, itchy nose. Right, so say all these contrast ones I have shaken a lot prior to the stream. Obviously that was started about 3 hours ago. So let's give this some more. So Richard is New Zealand, North Island. I've been to the North Island. I've been to the south part of the North Island. Went there for a wedding. Many years ago. I think I stayed at a place called Whangarei. Does that sound right? Whangarei? Right, yeah. So yeah, what we're going to do. Oh, so anyone who's just watching, you might notice the front of his gun looks a little bit different to how it normally does, if you know this chap. The reason for that, this orc, very cunning, he decided to put that front bit on in reverse, because it then acts like a silencer for his weapon. No, not really. I put it on, but I put it on the wrong way around. Didn't realise until someone mentioned that I hadn't put something on the front. And I'm like, I have put something on the front. Then I had a little look at the picture and then noticed that the thing I put on the front is the wrong way around. And I will be getting a drill bit to drill holes in all the guns, barrels, but I don't have a drill bit at the moment, just in case anyone was going to ask. So yeah, right, so we're going to paint his jumper, and his hat green. How's looks like these bits at the bottom bit probably were part of his pants, so we'll have to paint them as well. Yeah. Cool, just talking to myself. Happy accidents, indeed. Plus his gun is one of a kind. Well, I'm guessing it probably isn't. I'm sure there's other people who have probably put it on the wrong way around. Maybe there isn't, I don't know. I couldn't help myself and I put it on the wrong way around. Yes, I think this green I'm using is the green that I used to do my orcs with. But then I just found they were like a bit too dark. I think that's kind of why I prefer the lighter green orcs now. Sorry about the lack of talking. Obviously, this is my my concentration face. Vivimus, is that me you're asking? What armies do I play? I don't have any armies. So there's always the strange thing about this channel. The fact that I did Warhammer, or started with Warhammer for the first year and a half. Never played Warhammer, but just loved the figures. So that's why I'm super excited now to be doing Warhammer stuff again, because I'm doing stuff that I will be playing with. So it'd be so nice. But yeah, I've had orcs. Mainly I think it's pretty much orcs is the only ones that I've really had. But never like an army. Just orcs that I've liked the look of. So I say this is gonna be like my first proper team. Kill team. I think I'm probably going to stream only for about another 5-10 minutes, guys. As much as I am enjoying this, I think I am feeling a little bit tired. Plus, say I know that whenever I do a live stream, I can't sleep for at least about an hour or so afterwards, just because I need to like wind down by watching something. Oh, I think I missed part of his hand there. He's painting in the green. I'm going to try and get up and in there for part of his jumper as well, I think. Again, apologies if it's difficult for you to see what I'm doing. Cool. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to do his hat. And I think I'm going to call it a night, guys. So yeah, if you guys aren't already over there, check out Discord. Loads of people there. I mean, it's always seems busy. Yeah, great place to share what you're doing, and obviously to have a nose at what other people are doing, which is always good. Cool. Yeah, nothing. I'm loving the this kind of painting as well. Yeah, I think I'll definitely be doing this kind of painting more of it, as I like the results. And obviously, it'll look even better when I start doing all the fiddly little bits in their extra colours. So yeah, I'm gonna finish it off there, guys. Thanks for being with me and keeping me company. Right, let's just turn off what's in my ear. Oh, cool. Yeah, obviously, yeah, it is good night because it's cold here. Cold? Dark here. Nighttime. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, again, I think I say this every time. When I do a stream, when I get to like 3 hours or just over, my brain kind of goes to mush a little bit. Even though I haven't done a whole lot of talking tonight compared to what I would normally. Yeah, I think my brain does start to go a little bit weird. Let's put another glass on. Let's keep them off for a minute. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna. Yeah, I won't be doing another live stream now until Monday, maybe Tuesday. Yeah, so Monday, Tuesday I'll do my next live stream. It probably won't be these, or if it is, I don't know. It shouldn't be because these will be getting done over the next couple of days. So I've got a wedding Sunday, so I won't do anything Sunday either. But yeah, had to get these ones done the next few days. I've got some sprue goo that I'm going to turn to panels over the weekend. Oh, pardon me. So I'm going to carry on with the Thunderhawk as well. I've got a video I needed to edit to come out for tomorrow. I've got a few other projects I'm working on. So I've got about 5 or 6 different projects. I must admit the Kill Team one certainly is going to be one. Well, one of the main ones, just because I love these guys. I think they're awesome looking, and yeah, I can't wait to obviously have these done. Get some light on them. Yeah, have these done and obviously start playing with them, which is going to be pretty cool, and making the sets and the board up and all the rest of it. So yeah, guys, thanks a lot for being with me. You'll take care. Have a great weekend, and yeah, I will see you probably Monday or Tuesday. Say there's a video out tomorrow, so yeah, by all means watch that. I'm trying to move my mouse to get the end bit for some reason. Usual thing, the mouse seems to go really slow at night time. Work better over here. No, I can't even see the mouse now. No, I did this problem last time, didn't I? Try and shut the stream down, and my mouse is just going nuts. Right, there we go. That's that bit done. So yeah, guys, take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.